welcome to... No, it's not Warhammer Sunday, is it? Welcome to Not Sunday. Hey everyone, it's Foxx from Model Making Guru here. It's another last minute live stream when I decide that I've got some tedious crap to do and I might as well stream it and hang out with you guys. Today I'm doing some decals, my Strike Rouge decals. Yes, so welcome. Don't know how long this stream will go for. My knee's giving me some crap today, so I don't know how long I can sit at the table for. So yeah, I got my gammy knees giving me some grief, so we'll last as long as I can, and at some point I do need to go and have my dinner, so there you go. So yes, I am working on the Strike Rouge decals today. The Uotori backpack is now painted. The only bits I haven't done yet, I haven't done things like the C1 metallizer on the shiny bits. This is the big sword blade. I need to put some C1 metallizer on that. So I haven't done those bits yet, but I have got everything else painted and gloss varnished ready for washes later on. So I thought I might as well do the decals now. Well, I've got to do the decals now. So I might as well come and stream and hang out with you guys. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to try and get some done. Might not get too much done. Just want to make sure you can all see me and hear me okay. I'm not too loud or too quiet. If it's starting at a very funny time, I do apologise. My computer's being really weird and the clock on my PC doesn't seem to want to actually have the right time at all ever, which causes me some network issues, bizarrely. I don't quite know why. For some reason, the clock's wrong on my PC, which means my Xbox doesn't connect to Xbox Live. I don't know. Anyway, so I might have got the time wrong a bit. It's all good taking a break, says William Rayburn. Good, as long as you can hear me and see me. As I say, I'm so happy to hear you say decals and not decals, says Roadkill Raker. I am from the north, but I will say decals, because that's what normal people say. Yes, anyway, let's have a quick look at see who's in. So this only been to me, I don't know how long this will last, might go for a couple of hours, might be longer, might be shorter. At some point, I need to go and have my dinner, and I'll see how long my leg lasts for. We have, who's in? We have Roadkill Raker, Nim Cinderin, Jamie Bone, welcome to the three of you. We have, who else came in? Somebody else has come in. Chris from Gross Models is in, welcome Chris. You'll be on your way home from work soon, so, you know, don't be driving and watching streams at the same time, it's never advised. James Lorimore is in, welcome dude. Borry Models, hi all, welcome Borry Models. William Rayborn, hi there everybody, too bad I'm working. Oh, that's not good. I might still be on by the time you get home though. Ascension Industries is on. Cool, Fox is hanging out and I'm not at work. The best days are when you're not at work. Happy Not Sunday, says Rusted Beetle, welcome dude. Or dudette. See, this is the thing, a lot of you, I know who you are. But there are members out, the guys out there, folks out there. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, because I know you by your YouTube handle or your name on Facebook, and I don't necessarily know what your actual real name is. So if I ever say dude, you know it's a generic dude, not specific to males. Afternoon all, says Adam Clark, welcome Adam. Happy Not Sunday, I work Sundays and don't ever get to hang out, says Ascension. Yeah, well, I do like doing these streams every now and then. What I'll often try and do, because the thing with this Strike Rouge is it's so horribly behind schedule that I've not filmed any of the backpack work at all, getting the Uotori backpack, Striker backpack done. I've just not filmed it. It's a video build series, but I've just kind of abandoned it now. And I just need to get it finished for Jordan, because it's a build for Jordan, so I need to get it finished and done. So I thought, well, I've got to do the decals on this. I'll do a little live stream and hang out with you guys. So at least it'll give you something to watch. As always, it's a typical live stream though, even though it's not a Warhammer Sunday, so we're still doing the I can't get the words out, Stream Boss Battle. So don't forget, that's still active. Whenever we do a live stream, that is active. So if you want to help get Aviard's health down, give yourself an increased chance of winning 200 or 300 quids worth of Warhammer stuff, give it a go. If you want to ask a question, you can do. If you want to ask me a question, if you're watching this and you can see the chat here, but you can't see the actual live stream chat where you can type in, then just click the little YouTube icon down in the bottom right hand corner down here somewhere over my keyboard, and that will take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat. And I do recommend it. I might do some sticker giveaways later on if I remember, but it's just fun to hang out and chat. It's all good people in chat. If you want to ask a question though, if you want to put it in chat, do put it in capital letters. If you want to, you can do a super chat, which is the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your chat comment in a big coloured box so I can't miss it, and it makes a little noise at my end as well so I can tell you've made a comment, because I probably miss a lot of comments. Or if you want to email me, if you haven't got access to chat, you can mail me. My usual address is just Foxx at, it's kind of covered up by white instructions there. Foxx at modelmakingguru.com if you want to ask me a question. Yes, if you want to stream Boss Battle, you can do. Just the only way to do Stream Boss Battle, all you need to do is put something through. You can do a super chat, or you can do a tip through the tip jar, which is streamlabs.com/modelmakingguru. The more you put through as a tip, or the more you put through as a super chat, the more of Aviad's health comes off, and the more his health comes off, the closer you get, one of you gets to being the new Stream Boss and winning 2 or 300 quid worth of Warhammer goodness. Yes. Excuse me. So anyway, yes, it's not a Sunday, so I've got my big coffee as normal, and big swig. I've got my big coffee ready. I've got... Where's me? There it is. Need to get some tissue ready for the decals. And then some more tissue ready for the taking up of the litre of coffee that hangs around in my moustache. Because epic beard. So let's crack on, shall we? Let's have a look. Hello from Maryland, USA, watching on my lunch break, says Chris Bush. Welcome, Chris. What are you having for lunch? Nom, nom, nom. This is my Saturday, says Nim. I usually work Sundays, but Fox streams late enough that I can watch him faff about as he tries to put together some spacey do's. Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say put together, because I usually just do the faffing about bit. The putting together never really actually happens, normally. Right, so what are we going to do? Well, so we're doing the decals on the Strike Rouge backpack, which, unfortunately, are all really tiny, and I don't really know where anything goes. Now what I'm doing, I've thrown away all, well not thrown away, but I'm ignoring the stickers and things that come with the kit. Because, let's just be honest, they're just utter gash. Just gash, you don't want to use those. Don't use stickers on a kit, it's just not worth it. And we've got the dry rubs as well. I've actually got the water slide decals, the DL decals water slide versions, and many others. So I'm going to be getting these onto the backpack for your entertainment today. Now, thankfully, the DL decals, for the most part, are actually numbered the same as the actual stickers and markings, I think. So I can just follow the instructions and the numbers should be the same. I have to give them props for numbering them the same as the stickers and markings. It's a godsend. There's nothing worse than when you get, I mean, even the official Bandai decals that you get for things, the numbering doesn't match their own sticker sets. So it's like, oh, Bandai, come on. Oh. Right, so what are we doing? Let's have a look at chat quickly. I always faff about, says James Lorimer. That's why I said that you try, says Nim. Yeah, you did say try. I was running late this morning, so eating a cup of ramen noodles, appropriate, I think, for a Gumpler build. Good man, ramen noodles. I've been living off ramen. All the spicy hot death noodles that I was sent over the last couple of months have all been piling up until the cold winter days. I've been kind of eating a lot of hot Korean death noodles for the last couple of weeks. I love it. Get two of the big packs, not the pots, but the packs. 2 of them in a pan, boiling water, 3 or 4 minutes, put it in a bowl, eat it into my face. Oh, yeah. But I like to do things like, you know, like you can get Bisto, onion gravy and chicken gravy. You can also get Bisto powdered curry sauce and powdered cheese sauce, and I like to put like the powdered cheese sauce and curry sauce in there as well. Not to change the flavour, although it does a bit, but to stodge up the noodles. And if I get it just right, then when I sit there and let the noodles sit for like 5 or 10 minutes, when I then stick my chopsticks in, it's just a whole block of noodles that comes out as a bowl shape, and I can break them all up, and then I've got like really sticky noodles. I love that. It's a great snack. It's not the right way you're supposed to eat them, but oh yeah, dead nice. I almost made ramen for lunch, but I remembered my mum sent me home with some beef and barley stew. Oh yeah. Oh, he says barley stew. Did you mean barley stew? Is it barley stew or is it actually barley stew? Because if it's barley stew, that's not very complimentary of your mum's cooking. Yeah, got to go for my tea. Hopefully I'll be back. Okay, see you in a bit, Jamie. I'll be around for a couple of hours, I suspect. I'll still be here. Now, I don't think... Somebody remind me, but I don't think anybody else has a stream going on tonight. I know Chris doesn't have one, I don't think. I don't think anyone else has a stream this evening of a Wednesday that I can remember. I try as best I can, because I'm a nice guy, as best I can when I do any kind of live streams, I try not to encroach on other people's live streams, just because it's not polite. You know, other people like in our little group of circle of influence, like, you know, me and Chris and Ted and everybody else, and other people that we all know. So I try not to really breach into anybody else's live stream time, but if I am, let me know. And if anybody's like due for one tonight at 8 o'clock or something, I can always make sure I don't overrun. Right, where are we? So let's make a start, shall we? We have... I've not assembled the backpack yet, it's in bits. Let's start with... Well, let's just start with the wings, shall we? we have here the wings. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Tell you what I'm going to do. Oops, Daisy, I'm going to drop them. I need to make sure I don't damage the paint. So what I shall do is destroy the white balance completely. Put some tissue down. Tissue! Just so I can put my parts on here and I reduce the chance of actually just destroying the paint job. Now, before anybody starts throwing the monkey poop around, I have gloss varnished all these parts. Yes, I have. That's because I want to do a pin wash later on. I'm not gloss varnished them for the decal. Before anybody starts getting all, you know, rivety and countery, and not that any of you guys would. Right, I need to sort these instructions out now. This page is getting on my nerves. So let's sort what we need to do. Do you have a good technique for applying the tiny caution water slides? Asked Chris Bush. You will see the technique because there's millions of tiny little water slides. Yes, it's exactly the same. Well, there's two ways of doing decals, especially tiny ones. You can just use the usual that I do, which is to, and you'll see in a minute, get the water on there, get the decal on, give it some microset and microsol to seal it in place. Or if it's a very small decal, you can actually use microset instead of water and just get that on the back of the decal when it's on the paper. Let that soak through. That will free the decal off, and then you can stick it down onto the model and then go in with your microsol to soften it. But I'll be using microset and microsol today anyway, so you'll see the process. But small decals, exactly the same as big decals basically. So let's have a look. What do we need to start with? I've not got enough space on here, have I? It's just, right. We have, let's start with number three, which is going to be, well, this is the top wing. I know that's the bottom wing because it's got the missile rack hole, so that's the bottom wing. So that means that goes that way, I think. And then that goes that way underneath. Or does it? Oh. Yes, because that's where the missile rack is. So that goes that way. It's like an X-wing. So that's there, that's there. It doesn't actually say if there are any decals on the underside of the wings. Well, it may actually say that. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. It may say that. I could get my Google Translate out, but I'll probably just wing it and see what happens. Right, so let's start with number 9, which goes here. So there's one. It's number 9, which should be that one. There's 2 of those, which means I suspect that will be one on the other side. Well, it doesn't say that. We won't make any assumptions. We'll get on the decals as they appear, one-offs, and then we'll know if there are any duplicates left that I can do the same on the other side. So I want a number 9. And apologies if I'm cutting this off camera. That's where my bit of cutting board is. I've actually got, although it's a nice big desk, I've actually not got enough space to do all this because I've got to try and have everything in shot for you, which is kind of challenging. So we're going to get that. So here you go. Here's the technique for small decals. Get the water. Hope that's in shot. So let's put this way, shall we? Take up less space. There we go. I'm not organised, Mum. Get the decal in the water. Get it soaked for a moment. This is warm water, by the way. Let's soak for a few moments. Then I like to take it out and just let it sit for a few seconds. Now, it doesn't have to be warm water when you do decals. You can do it with cold water if you want to. It doesn't make any difference other than it takes, I don't know why I did that. It takes longer for the decal to come off the backing paper. It just takes a bit longer. That's all. Some water on that. Fuss this with the brush. Keep an eye on it. We'll see when it starts movulating. My local hobby shop had the Master Grade Vercar Sazabi and brought it out for me to see as I had another HG Leo. This one is going to be a straight build, I promise. And a clear orange Harrow in my hand, says Nim Cinderin. What, they just happened to bring out a Master Grade Sazabi for you to look at? Or did you ask them to? Or did they just go, ooh, nice choice of kits, look at this one. My kits, let me show you them. My Pokemons, let me show you them. I'm looking at Master Grade Sazabi now. That's once this Strike Rouge is finished, and I've done the little U-boat that I need to do free models. The next build for me is the Master Grade Sazabi. Sazabi. That's the wrong end of the brush, you idiot. Sazabi. It's taking a while. This water was warm when I started. Taking a while for this to move around. Now, one thing you will see me do, Chris Bush. One thing you will see me do, I hope you're still watching and not gone back on your lunch, is use tweezers to move the decals around. I don't recommend you do that unless you've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing it for a long time and I kind of know what I'm doing. But people do shout at me when I use tweezers. But I know what I'm doing. They brought it out for me because I was talking about the real grade. Ah, right. Yeah. So they bring out the Master Grade. When you talk the real grade, they know how it works. They're trying to get you just hooked straight away. And they already have. Because you already know you need to save up now to get it. This is still not actually moving. Why is this not moving? So I'm going to do, I'm going to change my water. Get some. I'll be back in a moment. Hang on, wait there. I'm thinking perhaps the water was not that hot to start with, or not that warm. Oh, maybe. Right, let's get that in the warm water. Yes, there we go. Using cold water it can take a bit longer. I've noticed with these DL decals, they can sometimes either be really fast coming off the backing paper, or they take a lifetime. So we'll just sit and wait for this now. I can't wait to see that. I built the RG Sazabi great kit, says Chris. Oh yeah, I've got the Master Grade to do, so that'll be a brush paint job because it's got a very specific look to it and colour scheme. Oh, there we go. Finally. Wow, it took like a lifetime. Yes, Chris, if you have to go back off your lunch, just do come back and keep watching later on. Yes, so you're going to see me use tweezers now, and this is where people start going, oh my god, but I've been in it for a long time. If you're new to this or you're not confident enough, just use a cotton bud or a brush to move your decal about. So this needs to go where exactly? This needs to go here. Like, I'll use the brush for the sake of not giving people kittens. Wow. There we go, that's that one. I'm going to move it gently around. Moist enough. So is that on camera? Yes, that's on camera, almost. There's the little marker. Use the marker, Fox, use the marker. So I'm going to just move that so it's nice and lined up, which is about there. Forgot to get my cotton buds ready. So here's how I do most decals. It does vary, but here's how I do most decals. Get it on. Get it lined up nice, which is almost lined up, but not quite. I'm quite anal when it comes to lining up decals, I have to say. Is that lined up? It's lined up, yeah. Get it on there. Then I'm going to... Now, I'm not rubbing it. What I'm doing is getting the cotton bud on the model and rolling it along like that. That's how I'm doing it. The reason I'm doing this is basically to squeeze out any water that may be under the decal. And to press the decal down, but mostly to squeeze excess water out. The trick of decals is of water slide decals is you want it to be as flat as possible to the surface. If you get any gaps or air bubbles, that's where silvering comes in, because air gets stuck under there and you can see it a mile away. So you want to get out any excess moisture. That is still lined up. And then what I'll do, I'll go in first of all with Micro Set. If I can find the brush, there it is. Now there are multiple different types of decal setting solutions. I use Micro Set and Micro Sol. You can use Mr. Mark Setter and Softer if you want. I think this is equivalent to Mr. Mark Setter. Some people put this on before they apply the decal instead of water on the model. I like to put it on as the first coat. So what I'll do is I'll get the Micro Set on here. Now what I try and do is I go over the decal and just slightly over the edges, not massively, just a little bit, just so it can run underneath the decal, but a little tiny bit. And what Micro Set does, Micro Set and Micro Sol, Micro Set helps the decal suck down to the surface when it first goes on. It helps it suck down and prevent any air bubbles. Once that's dried in a few moments, I'll go over with a coat of Micro Sol, and what Micro Sol does is it continues to soften the decal even more, which helps it bed down even more to any uneven surfaces, and if it's just a flat surface, helps it dry nice and flat. So I just need to let that dry for say 5 minutes, and then I'll give it a coat of the Micro Sol. Now when you put on your decal setting solutions, don't panic if your decal goes all wrinkly crinkly. That's meant to do that because it stretches it. The Micro Set, it stretches it, and then it sort of stretches and then shrinks back again, and that's how it gets nice and flat. It kind of settles down. So if it goes all wrinkly, don't touch it. Don't be tempted to fiddle with it when it goes wrinkly. Just leave it. We've had some people come in. Who have we had come in? Sometimes deals will come off in 3 seconds, and sometimes not even off the same sheet. Yep, that's what I'm finding right now. Sneaky unannounced live stream, says Cy Randall. Yep, sneaky streams. Sneaky stream. Next we have 2 number 49s. Now 49s are tiny. I think 49 is... Where's my little mark? Where's the set? There it is. 49 is... Let me know if it's just my head getting in the way, by the way. That's not even the right decal sheet, you spoon. Let me know if my head just keeps getting in the way. 49 is... Where's 49? 48. 22. 45. 64. Yeah, trying to find a white decal on a light blue background with a white number next to it. Yeah, always a winner. 11. 12, 13, 14, 19, 18, 22, 48. 49. Let's see what 49 is on the actual sticker sheet, shall we? 40, 49, 40. I can't find 49. Where's 49? 41, 42, 43. Is it going to be... No, hang on. Doodle 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 doo. 49. Well, I really can't find 49 on the official decal sheet. 59, 61, 62, 47, 48. Really can't find it, even on the official one. So you know what? Let's not do 49. We'll come... Oh, there we go. A little tiny red thing. Okay, right. I've got the numbered as 50 and 51. Okay. Okay. That's fine. It's that one. Which one was it? 49. There we go. Okay, it's one of those then. We'll give it a completely different number just randomly. Okay. So it's 2 of those. There's my knife gone. Do you find this set unnecessary? I usually use Mr. Mark Softer and don't really have any issues, says Chris Bush. No, you don't have to. Sometimes it's just a force of habit. I find if it's a flat surface, I can just go in with Micro Sol without any problems and it'll be absolutely fine. If it's an uneven surface, like say if I was putting a decal across that panel line there, you can't really see it on camera, but all over a raised surface like that little bit of whatever there, or you know, across a gap or a raised bit. If it's got an uneven surface, then I do tend to use both, just because I really want to get it to bed down properly. But if it's just like on a flat surface, you don't need to. I just kind of force a habit for me. I'd rather, if I'm showing you how to do something, I'd rather show you the full process, and then you can omit steps as you see fit. That goes in there. Boo-doo-boo. Give that a few seconds. Now with these little tiny decals, like I was saying before, if you want to, especially some of the third-party ones are a bit ropey, instead of me dipping that in water, what I could have done is turned it over and put just microset on the back side of it to be the water, and that would soak into the paper, soak through to the decal and separate the decal from the backing paper, and then when you put it down it sucks down nicely. So you can use microset instead. So I use microset and microsol. You've got things like Mr. Mark Setter and Softer. They're exactly the same kind of things, they just can be a little bit stronger, and you have to be careful when you're working with either acrylic paints or acrylic gloss varnishes. If you've got gloss coat down, I've got a gloss coat on these, but purely because I've got to do a pin wash later on. So if you do have a gloss coat down, these can actually eat into gloss coats and acrylic paints if you put on tons, if you slap it over like, you know, like gallons of it. So what I always say is stick to the decal itself. Just put your setting solution over the decal and a little bit over the edge. Don't go too crazy with it. Don't slop it everywhere, because that's when you get it eating into your acrylics. Because if you smell them, one of them smells a bit like thinner and one smells like vinegar, both of which I would imagine wouldn't do your paint job any favours. Right, so you can get these on now. One of them nearly just fell off the paper. So these need to go there. These are really tiny. I don't even know if this will come out on camera, so they're super, super tiny. Oops, I'm moving both at the same time. That's not what I want. I've got to try and do this in a way that I don't just get my head in shot. Oh, it's broken. Oh. Now this is one thing I have found with these DL decals. They do seem to be a little bit delicate. Now you could say, well, you're doing it tweezers, you idiot. It's like, nah, because, you know, I've done this enough that I'm, without blowing my own trumpet, I'm good enough that tweezers don't rip decals every time. But these do seem to be a little bit delicate. I've done it without using the tweezers, and they still rip occasionally. So I can fix this, because I can just bring them back together again, or I could just use another decal, which is the other option, of course. But I'll see if I can recover that one. No, let's just not do that. Let's just do a different one completely. We'll get that off. I've got enough of them. I think I've got plenty of spares anyway, so you can come off. Away with you. See, it's just crumbling now, and that's with no pressure from me on with the tweezers. So I know for a fact it's not because I'm using tweezers. I have had them crumble a bit when I've been using like a brush or a cotton bud, so they do seem to be a little bit crumbly sometimes, which is not a problem with the bigger ones. The bigger ones seem alright, but it's the little tiny ones that seem to have a habit of crumbling. Which is, if you're careful, you can avoid it. It's just when you get them off the backing paper that can be a bit hairy. Get some cotton bud action going on. Okay, so we'll do another one because I need to get another one off now. Because that one exploded. It exploded to death. Imagine I've got to do two on the other wing, on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got to do. I'll assume I've got to do them on all the wings, which means I'll have to do them on there as well. So I'll just do 1, 2. That's the bottom where the missiles go, so that's going to be there and there. I'll do all of them at once. There you go. I've got enough of them on the decal sheet to do that. Assuming I don't destroy them all. Something's turning. What's this yellowness here as well? Yellow coming from. I've got yellow coming off my. my decals. Most odd. Right, what are we doing in chat? But I like kittens, says Nim, and then puts a picture of a kitty cat. Hi everyone, have I missed much? Asked Jamie. No. I've done precisely one decal while you were away. Just saw this while I was watching some videos of the Battlefield Gothic Armada 2 game. Merritt Philibin's in. Welcome, dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gumpless Stump. Love your videos, dude. You've inspired me to finally get around to customising my own kit, so thank you. Wait, is that me or is that Merritt? Because I don't really do customisation. Merritt does. Well, my lunch break is over. I'll watch the rest of the stream this evening. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for coming in, Chris. Hope you enjoyed your ramen. And have a good day at work, even though you're at work. There's double negative, really, isn't it? Have a good day at work. You can't really say that. Vincent is in. Welcome, Vincent. Oh, if it was me, thanks, man, says Merritt. Yeah, I don't know who's talking to me or you. I don't know. I know not. At this stage, could be either or. Yes, I found these DL decals really, really good for the bigger decals. But a little bit of a hassle for the smaller decals, but given there's no actual Bandai set, it's not like I'm replete with choice at the moment. But of all the third-party decals I've seen, these are by far the best. The quality is fantastic. Where's my cocking tail stick? I had a cocking tail stick somewhere. There it is. Right, where are we? See if we can do this without explosions. See how much better it is when you don't fall apart on me. See, it's much better. There you go. See, don't you feel a sense of accomplishment now that you're on the model and you've not exploded? There you go. See, good lad. On there, there's my cotton bud of the squishing. There we go, squishage. And I'll assume we've got some on the lower wing as well. So that's the underside, so I shall put 2 on there. Which is kind of handy seeing as I just suddenly got 2 on the paper anyway. Oh, it's a cotton bud, that's the wrong tool. That goes on there. I can hear a house alarm on our street going off. But it's like a really rubbish house alarm because all it sounds like is some kind of 1960s alien laser effect. It's like going in that kind of cheesy 1960s sci-fi way. It's not compelling me to go and find out if they're being burgled. It's compelling me to wear like a sparkly wig and thigh-high skirt and stuff and be all sci-fi. I won't put that image in your mind again. Apologies. Move to the left, please. Just a little bit. There you go. Cotton bud, where are you? Oh, always the way. Number of times you get one perfectly lined up, you squidge it, and it wiggles. It wiggles in situ, and I'm like, oh, hair. It wiggles in situ. There we go. It's my own fault though, because I am totally anal about decals. Most people wouldn't actually notice when I sit there and fuss over a decal because it's not quite straight. In reality, like 99% of people wouldn't have even spotted it not being straight. So a little bit of microsol if I can get any to come off the goddamn brush. There we go. Just a tiny touch on these. Again, I don't need to do this, but because they're flat decals. But I'll give it a go anyway. And now on the original one, what I can do, I've got a separate brush from my Crystal. Always have two different brushes, one for each. I can go over this, and this will just help it bed down even more. It'll soften it now. Ooh, it'll soften it a bit. It's actually dribbled some on there, so that might end up tears at bedtime. It'll soften the decal a bit, and a successive coat, I might do like 3 or 4 coats of this. It'll keep softening it down, but it also ever so slightly dissolves away the clear film. And over time, as you do more and more layers of it, or more and more coats, it dissolves more and more of the clear film away. And you can get to this sweet spot where the clear film is almost completely gone, but you've still got the actual print. The print seems to last longer, so you can kind of fade away the edges of the film a little bit. And that's how it helps blend it in and give it that photographic look. Reminds me of a question on Sunday, Fox. What would you like to see from Games Workshop? Battlefleet Gothica on the tabletop, please. Just like the Star Wars spaceship game. Yeah. Coffee. It'd be nice to actually see kits of some of their big capital ships. Well, by customising, I mean weathering and painting. Haha, says Gumpler Stump. Ah. Let's have a look. My Zaku has a torso, says Nim. Cool, always good to have. Gumpler Stump says, sorry Merritt, just checked your channel though and subs instantly. I already know I'll binge watching your video. Okay, so it was aimed at me. Thanks, dude. But at least, hey, at least you got a sub out of it as well though, Merritt. That cocktail stick is rubbish. Let me get a better one. What are you editing? Oh, well, that's the wrong question. James Lorimer says, I am learning editing. Holy crap. Yes, welcome to YouTube, James. James is starting out making YouTube videos, and the first thing people learn when they start making YouTube videos is that when you make YouTube videos, 30% of your time is the actual act of doing whatever it is you're doing and filming it. 70% of your time is editing. Yeah. The reason I edit my videos the way I do is purely, let's move that up a bit, is purely to keep the editing process as quick as possible. I could go for all fancy schmancy, you know, effects and editing and that kind of stuff, but I don't want to spend even more time doing editing than I already am. So what I tend to do is just keep things nice and simple, to be honest. I don't make things too complicated. So now with two of my favourite decals of any aircraft is to have a decal that says no step. Now in reality, and you'll see it in a minute, in reality these no step decals are actually about 9 or 10 feet long. Like no step markings on an aircraft, they're generally about, in real life, about this big, aren't they? Like, you know, the size of about 3 or 4 hands long. These things, if they're into scale, that's about 12 foot long. It's really big marking, really big marking. Get those two on there. Get them soaking. It is worth, by the way, getting a bit of an assembly line going. I've got 8 no step markings, which I'm going to do 2 on that side, 2 on the underside wing. It doesn't say so on the instructions to do the bottom side. I think it does actually. But I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 8, which is enough. So I'll cut off another 2 and get them going while I'm doing the first 2. It does pay to kind of chain gun decals if you can. If you're still learning and you're still finding your feet, don't go too crazy, because you've got to be able to work fast. Yeah, James is he's starting out doing YouTube. I don't know what he's doing yet, but he's trying out the YouTubes, and yeah, the one thing you learn fast is how much editing is actually involved. Basically all. What are you editing with, James? What's your software? Tell me in the chat what your software is. Oh, it's a Minecraft mod. Oh, you're editing a mod or you're editing video? I got confused. Swig. Yes, coffee, coffee, coffee. I like coffee, it's made of happiness. Right, what are we doing? I've got no idea. He's moving yet. Are you awake yet? Can I... Are you, oh. These decals are boring. They're too slow. I've got an audience here. I can't sit around for 20 minutes while you decide to do some shizzle. There we go. Finally. God. Join me on my show while I'll do the worst, slowest decals in the world, which makes for riveting viewing. That's still not off. Then it's still not off enough. Oh, gosh darn it! Right, try again. Camera? No, because I've rattled on my email address. Ugh. I have to move the camera, aren't I? Because let's just tell you what, let's do some funkiness. Let's give you a better angle. It's a bit better, isn't it? Now you might just end up seeing my head. I'll change the focus for you as well. You might just end up seeing my head. Where's my focusing tool? That's actually probably far too big. Focusing tool. There we go. Yes, you might just end up seeing just my head. Move that a bit to the side. There we go. So I apologise if you just see my visor constantly. Put that on there. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Lovely decals. They look lovely, they do. A little bit down there, a little bit of bish bash bosh. There you go. Yeah, and I've got no spares and backups of these, so can't afford to screw these ones up. Try and get it roughly in the middle. Yeah, it says no step on this little elevator, but it's like 12 foot long. I think that's pretty much middlified. Squishy, squishy. Squish-tacular. Squish contested. Squish controlled. King of the squish. Squish-tacular. Squishy Manjaro. Little bit of micro set. I don't know what I was doing there. I got stuck in a Halo announcer loop, sorry. That one's not quite straight. Doing it. Have I still got some movement in it? Yes, yes. Outstanding. There we go. Now it is straight. Cause she likes when straight. Decal is straight. Then we have the same again on these two. Fox has lost the plot there. I never even saw the script. Right, are these wiggly wiggly now? Are they going to move? Are they going to move for me? Oh, yes. No, yes. Lovely, lovely. That one, and yep, 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 in you go, on you go, out you go, through you go, be beyond, I don't know, I'm talking nonsense now. That on there. Oh. Moisture, moisture. You're hanging off the end, lad. Don't be hanging off. There we go, there we go. Yes, so this build is ridiculously behind schedule. It should have kind of been finished like 6 or 7 months ago or something. But because of all different things taking place and happening, I just kind of, everything went to pot. And it didn't get done, so here we go. That one decided to just fly off across the horizon. Fantastic. So I need to just get this, which is why I haven't filmed another episode of their build series and why I'm doing this stream. Just so that it doesn't want to stay straight, it wants to move around on the wing. Just stop moving. So although you're not getting another episode of this right now, at least you're getting some content on it. Okay, so that's not straight. Now see, watching me do decals can sometimes not be a very exciting thing, because I do get so picky with the lining up that it can be quite frustrating to watch. I have been told it can be quite frustrating. So I do apologise if you're going, oh, right now. Just my OCD kicks in. Given that I'm lazy about most things, I get quite OCD about decals being straight and lined up properly. It's a little, that's far too much. Little touch of the set. Okay, that's those two. Now, I'm not doing all four wings at once because I've got the wings separated out into left and right side, so I don't want to get them mixed up. More coffee. Aww. Is this new camera position better for you? Can you see more with your eyes? Premiere for the win, says Merritt Philbin. I've got Movavi, I've not got Adobe Premiere. Premiere is good, I totally agree, says James Lorimer. I don't think I could afford Premiere, unless it's like 30 odd quid, in which case I could have afforded it. Fox has lost the plot. He never had the plot. That decal softener must be good. Cheers. Yeah, it smells like feet and vinegar. It's not good. People talking about Minecraft or something similar. I have no nonsense of. Merritt Philbin says ahem. He says, I don't know. What have I done now? What's next? I need to. Oh, I need, at risk of making the camera wobble like a doddery old person, I need to mark off the decals I've done so I don't get confused. So I need to mark off. Those. That one and that one we've done. That one I've done. I've not done 3 or 43 or 44. Okay, let's do 3 and 43 and 44. Assuming they're the right number. 3 should be a big fat one on there. Is there? That's that one. Lovely. It's a very nice pinky colour. Very pleasant. For some reason, one of the markings, one of the decals is actually like a battery symbol. You know, like a... I don't know if it'll come out on camera, but let me see if I can zoom in for you. It's there, and it is like a battery marking. It literally is a battery marking, and it actually says on it. I can't magnify it enough with my visor to. It says something, but I can't. I think it says charging or charged. I'm quite sure what that's all about. I'm sure that I'll find out. I don't know. I'm not quite sure which decal it comes. Is it part of 3 or 5, or is it just separate? I don't know what it is. It's not marked as anything. So we'll get that one done. Dirty Llama Models, welcome. It says greetings everyone. And for some reason, every time I read that name, Dirty Llama, I want to pronounce llama like it's the Welsh double L. Dirty Llama. I don't know why. I just can't see the word llama and not pronounce it llama. There's lovely. There's lovely. Llamas in Llandud? No. James says, can't afford Premiere, but Filmora 9 works for what I need. Don't know what that one is. I've got Mavavi. It was like, I think, 30 quid. If anybody's looking at doing YouTube videos and content, they're just starting out, and you want some simple editing software that doesn't actually cost you anything, just while you're starting out, because you might decide you don't like it, Windows Movie Maker. It's absolutely free. It's a kind of ass, but it does the job. It does actually do the job fine. Scott Sutherland is in from Orkney. Welcome, Scott. Gothorm says hello. He doesn't. Wait, I can't get him to. Yeah, he does his flipper that. His sort of flipper that much. That's him waving at you. There you go. Pretend my finger's not there. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Oh, yes. Is this thing free of its bindings yet? No. Oh. Used that back in the early 2000s, says Merritt. Have I heard of Filmora? I'm sure I've heard of it. I use OBS for my YouTube channel, says John Paul. What, to edit? To edit video? I mean, I'm using OBS now. I'm streaming through... I'm actually streaming through Streamlabs OBS, but it's OBS, basically. But I don't use OBS to edit. Yeah, I'm on Movavi, which is... It's alright, it's pretty good. It's not the best. They have this habit of saying, version 14's out, pay money for it. And I'm like, but I bought version 13. Why? And it seems to be every 6 months. Instead of getting like a, buy it and you get free upgrades, it's just like buy it and then we'll do another version the next year. Oh, I don't know. I'll stick with the version I've got, thank you. Movie Maker, says Merritt. Oh yeah, movie. Oh no, spillage. Movie Maker is not. It's not complicated or advanced or anything. It's quite limited. It has one major flaw in that if your file, when it's rendered, is even a kilobyte over 4 gig, it will error out. It won't render properly. You'll be able to play it, and it will just break. So you have to make sure if you're recording at 1080p, basically you've got no choice but to make your videos 45 minutes or less, because it will just break. And it can be a bit crunky around the edges, but at the end of the day, if you're just starting out and you don't know if you're going to be, if you're going to like working on editing videos or not, it's a great way just to get your feet in the pool and see what you think without spending any money. Lovely, lovely pink colour, purple colour, lilac-y colour. I've decided, by the way, this is renamed the Strike Mauve. In case you didn't know, this is officially now the Strike Mauve because it's a purple colour scheme. If you didn't know, does that go on there now? That goes on there. Just go on there like that. If you're not familiar, if you're not aware, by the way, this is actually a Patreon reward build for one of my patrons. I'll get that one up in the middle, I think. Is that in the middle or does it go to the, does it go to the edge? It goes in the middle. Yes, my patrons support me, and the top tier patrons have an option for a fully built and painted build after supporting me for 12 months. And this was Jordan's choice, was the Strike Rouge with the Otori backpack, but he wanted it in purples. And I was like, I can do that. Purple is not a problem, my friend. So I give you the Strike Mauve. And then when this is done and the U-boat's built, after this is finished, the Master Grade Cesabe, that's also going to be a Patreon reward build for George. That might be, I might actually do that as a Patreon exclusive series though. Whereas this build series has been just available to everyone to watch. The Cesabe might be Patreon exclusive, so if it is, what I will do is film the full episodes, and make it available to patrons. And then for non-patrons, I'll do little sort of 5 or 10 minute video diary videos, so you've got something to look at. I need 44 and 43. 44 and 43. That's 40. 16, 19. We've got the hunt again now for silly symbols, haven't we? Ugh. Are you going to be misnumbered? Ah, 44. Okay, there we go. That works. 44 and 43. So I want 44 and 43. Kind of just like exactly like they are on the paper. Cool. Are they linked? No. Cutting, cutting. Yeah, so this is a Patreon reward build. You can actually support me on Patreon if you want to help keep this channel going. I absolutely 100% depend on my patrons to keep me going, because this is what I do for a living. If all my patrons suddenly went away, I'd be out of a job, basically. I'd be on the dole. So if you'd like to keep the channel going, you're more than welcome to. There's a few ways you can do it. Obviously, you're watching this on the YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed to this YouTube channel, do subscribe and like the video when it becomes a video. But do subscribe, make sure you're subscribed, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any content that I post up. YouTube is a bit rubbish in telling you that your subscriptions are posted up, so do hit the notification bell. You can, if you want, actually become a patron. Support me on Patreon. The address is here. Where's the camera? It's patreon.com/modelmakingguru. You can support this channel from as little as $1 a month to whatever you want to support it to. You can be as generous as you like. And there are various benefits to being a patron. So go and check it out if you'd like to try and help out. But do like and subscribe, of course. Do make sure to hit the notification bell. Yum, 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 yum. Coffee, coffee. Might not be on long, as I'm going to see my new niece shortly. Ooh, new niece. Have you got the packaging off yet? Does it come with batteries? Made some bad anime music videos back in the days of Linkin Park DBZ, says Merritt. I don't understand the attraction of Dragon Ball. I really don't understand the attraction. I don't know what it is. I've tried watching it, but I don't know what it is. The art style annoys me. And it's the stupid head shape and the dumb eyes, the square eye. I can't. It just, you know, when you see an art style that just rubs you up the wrong way instantly. I can't look at it and not be angry. I don't know what it is. It just it just triggers me. I don't know why. It's just the art style. It's the eyes. It's the eyes. Just spilling water again. Nimcinderin says he uses the stock iMovie that came with his Mac. It's good for what I use it for, which is nothing. But if you're not going to use it, it's perfect. iMovies, if all you want to do is simply do some edits, some cut, edit some bits out. If you're not bothered about fancy schmancy titles and things like that, it doesn't matter then. Yeah, iMovie's fine, and that's Windows Movie Maker again. That's fine for cut and shut. You might get a bit of a, you get a header out of it and maybe an animated title. That's about it. The thing with the Movie Maker is, if you've used Movie Maker, you can instantly tell when somebody else has moved Movie Maker because you recognise it straight away. But it's fine. It does its job. It does the job. So yeah, iMovie, it's also good. It's just the equivalent, basically. I can't really get my big fat fingers are in the... Oh, hang on. Big fat finger syndrome. I've got to do this in such a way that you can see it, and I've not got my head in the shot, which I've got no idea if I'm succeeding at that or not. That needs to go up there. Oh, beautiful. There you go. You beauty. Oh, yeah. She's right, mate. Get that in the air like that. There you go. Little bit of wiggly wiggly. You are lined up like a beauty. And you bloody moved, you drongo. Oh. Hey, just so you know, by the way, guys, season 6 of Wentworth is on Amazon Prime. Go and watch it. Go and watch season 6. It's awesome. I love me Wentworth. I love it. It's great stuff. When I was a kid, we used to watch Prison Cell Block H. Now I'm an adult. I found Wentworth and I'm like, oh. And you know what? It's actually better. That's Decal moved. Oh, gimp. It's actually better than Prison Cell Block H. It's modern and dark rather than slightly campy. But you know, Ferguson the Freak. In the original, Ferguson was fantastic. In this new version, Ferguson is even better. So if you've not watched any of it, go and find it on. If you're on Amazon Prime, it's free. You've got no excuse not to watch all 6 seasons. I do like red markings on white paint. It just looks so nice. So nice. If I was in charge of any kind of air force, I'd be like, right, you got to paint all the planes white, and you've got to have all the markings in red, and that's got to be the way it is. Bye. Got to go back to making dem games. We'll hang out in the background though, says Merritt. Well done. I mean, well done. What's it well done for? Well, cool. Thank you for taking part initially. Stick around. Also, I won't ask you what you're working on, because I know you probably can't say. So, shh. Just as long as there's no radio towers. Do you know what I mean? God. Radio towers. What was I talking about? Hey, up, no notification for this, says Dad. Have you clicked the bell, Dad? Have you done the click the bell thing on my channel? You know, like click the notification bell. Yes, it's YouTube's a bit rubbish like that. It kind of randomly decides not to bother telling people. But welcome. Number 60 I need. Decals. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Decals are way too small for me. My old eyes don't see that great, says John Paul. That's why I wear this, dude. That's why I've got my space helmet for seeing on, so I can actually do the seeing. It's a bit broken now. Look at that. Knackered. It's so old. It's got no variable lens. It's just a lens, and I've got my glasses on. So yeah, just get yourself a space helmet for seeing. How long is this stream going to be, Fox? Asked Jamie. I don't know, a couple of hours maybe. Until I get bored or I get really hungry for my tea or my leg gives me too much grief because my knee is hurting me today. My gammy knee is giving me a lot of grief today. So I shall last as long as I can. What time are we on now? It's 6 o'clock now, isn't it? You can probably go and have your tea. You'd probably be safe. Let's have a look. Yay, we had no... Hey, we had no... I'll say that again. Merritt says, hey, we had no radio towers in Far Cry 5. Well, there was one in the intro, but that was a joke. I haven't played that yet. I'm always going to go for the low-hanging fruit, Merritt. You should know that by now. John Paul says, you must be in Europe. I'm in the UK. I am in the U of K. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take my big... I've got my big heat holder socks on and they're getting too warm now. So I'm going to take them off. Oh, because it's warm in here now. You can tell it's winter because I've got my boring winter sweater on, which is like grey. And it's not only is it grey, it's got shoulder pads like a geography teacher. It's just the only sweater I've got. So, Merritt Philbinger's a little smiley. Yeah. Come on, I know you would. I know there's probably a radio tower in Ascreed somewhere. In the Egypt nonsense. Right, I need decal number 60. Decal number 60. Where are you? It is going to be there. Yes. Hoorah! I could probably do both of these at the same time because they're going to be the same. So that is the under area. Wait a minute. Right. So that needs to go... That one goes there. And that one would go there, but there's a big-ass thing in the way for the bomb. We'll do one. I've got a decal to put here, basically, in this little notch that goes here. Now I've also got one. Or have I? Or have I? Now it should also put one here, but you've got a thing for a missile or a bomb there, which is going to get in the way. But I might not. I'll see. We'll do two and we'll see what happens. Talking video games, I have to say actually, I'm quite sad at the moment because I've got my gammy knee, which I don't know why I've got a gammy knee, but for the last like 3 or 4 months I've had a really bad knee. And it goes from being like really painful to me not sleeping properly, and then it's fine. I mean, I could go and get it checked out, but they just say you're old and you've got a gammy knee. There you go, just deal with it. But the one thing I found is, and I suppose it's a small mercy in a way, but if I sit at my normal computer desk, which is just like this desk, but it's just there, it's like literally 3 feet across to the side. If I sit there all day and watch and do stuff on the computer like YouTube, or watch YouTube videos, or watch videos, or do social media and stuff like that, my leg gives me crap at the end of the day. I can be in agony. If I sit and play video games, this is all in the same chair, in this chair, if I sit and play video games for a few hours, my knee gives me absolute agony at the end of the day. But if I sit at my desk and do work here, it's fine. But at all 3 situations, I'm sitting in the chair with my knee at 90 degrees, sitting up straight properly to give myself some decent posture. But for some reason, my knee just gives me crap, unless I'm sitting at this workbench. So I've not had a lot of chance to play video games lately because I don't get a chance to sit at the console for very long. Okay, used to live in Holland, says John Paul. Zaku Beads shakes fist angrily at them. Nim's doing his Zaku. Yeah, Zaku Beads. Oh. I must finish my perfect grade Zaku at some point. David Butcher, that model is in. Afternoon all, he says. Welcome. Your posture, I guess, says Mary. I don't know. It's just because I try and, since my knee started going funky, I've had to sit with my legs at 90 degrees like that in the chair, feet there, and that seems to help. But for some reason, I don't know. It's really weird. Why it would affect one knee, and it can be, to the point where I'm limping around and hobbling about all over the place. It just goes stiff, and sometimes it's not stiff, but it goes a bit clicky. I wouldn't get it checked out, but like I say, they just say you're old and you've got a crap knee. There you go. So never mind. I'm a big boy. I can take a bit of pain. I'm a northerner. I don't go to the doctor till something's literally falling off. But if it gets me to the workbench, it's not a bad thing. I had a bad foot over the summer as well. I don't know what that was. I think over the summer, basically, because it was so nice, I was walking around the garden and the house barefoot, which I don't normally do. And I think that somehow broke my entire foot in some way. I don't mean literally broke my foot. I mean, my foot was quite painful for like 6 months. God, I'm so old and pathetic now. I don't want to be old anymore. At least I have to be old. Can I be old and not rubbish? Can we make a compromise and strike that bargain? Now let's see if this fits under the missile rack point. It might do. Yes. Outstanding, Marine. I think. Maybe. Yes. Huge. So anyway, what I was saying 15 to 20 minutes ago that I never actually finished the conscious thought. Yes, I haven't had a lot of chance to play on the Xbox for a while. Properly anyway. But when I do, the funny thing is, I got Red Dead Redemption 2. I was dead excited to get it. And then I got it. And then within about 2 days, I was playing Elite Dangerous again. I've not gone back to it yet. It's like, wow, I suck. So I need to go back to that. But yeah, if I'm not playing Elite Dangerous, I'm playing Destiny 2. Just because Destiny 2's gunplay is so much fun, I could just sit and play that mindlessly for hours. But I like me some Elite Dangerous. I have set up a squadron in Elite Dangerous. If you're in the Boom Hut, I did put a post up. I have set up a squadron for no real reason whatsoever in Elite Dangerous. And it's called, I think, if you do a search for Adeptus Ineptum, Team Inept, in Elite Dangerous. Now, it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You can be on PC, you can be on Xbox or PlayStation. It doesn't actually matter what platform you're on. It's platform agnostic to be in the squadron. So if you do play Elite Dangerous, do go and join the squadron. I have no idea what it does. I saw the thing saying you can now set up a squadron. So I had 100 million credits, and I thought, okay, it cost me 10 million credits. There you go, I've done it. Don't know what it means. Last time I looked, it was just basically me and Chris. So do come and keep us company. I'm still out in the middle of nowhere at the minute, exploring. I doubt I'll get back to civilization for many years. Right, so I need 43 and 44 for this bit now as well, down there. I think I've done all the decals on that top bit now. I think that is all of them. No, it's not. No, it's not. I need 22 and 21, which are these. 22 and 21. So that one needs to be that one. And that one needs to be... Okay, it's where you have to kind of go 3D thinking now, because the wings go like that. So that's how they go. That one will be there. That one will be there. So that one's going to be three-dimensional shenanigans. That one needs to be that one, I think. And then this one needs to be the other one, I think. Or I think, but I'm not sure. I shall find out now. Alright. So that's going to be that one, 23 and 21. Even 22 and 21. And these little white decals should work quite nicely on my dark purple maroon colour background that I made up. Yeah, so I'm out in the middle of nowhere in Elite Dangerous at the minute. I can't remember which bit of the galaxy I'm in. It's the bit that's just underneath the bubble. It's the next sector across to the right if you're looking from above. I've not been back to the bubble for about 6 months. I'm just exploring, and I've stopped off at a few nebulae that have asteroid bases in them and cached in all my exploration data. But not since the new update, when you get all the extra scanning data and stuff. I've not been to a space station yet. And it might be months or years before, because I'm going to go all over the place. I'm going to go all the way around the galaxy. Might do a grand tour. It could take me years. What's everybody doing? Osric 9000, good evening one all. Welcome, Osric. Good old clicky gummy knee Fox. Ew, that's probably, yeah, it does sound, it just kind of goes a little bit. It's like you can feel it going click, and you're like, oh, it's not painful. It's just like, oh yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. And sometimes it just feels swollen. Did you get an envelope from me today, Fox? Yes, Dad, I have an envelope here to send back to you. Oh yes, I got one from you today, and I'll do that in a minute after you reminded me to do stickers. And I've also got the thing I filled out for you that I need to send back to you, and I've just remembered I've not sent it to you, so I need to send that to you. I shall do some stickers in a minute. Doodle doodle doodle. I like Assassin's Creed, says John Paul. I did try the original. I think I tried 1 and 2, and I just didn't take to it at all. I think it was because it might have been Assassin's Creed 1 or 2, I can't remember. But if you make a game and the training section has a fail state, that guarantees I'm going to put the game back in the box and never play it again. It's like, who builds a failure state into a training set? Ugh. The bit where it's the guy says, "Follow me across these roofs and you learn how to run and jump." And he just goes, and I'm like, "What?" And he'd gone, and didn't really explain anything. It was like, then it said, "Oh, you failed, sorry, back to the menu." I'm like, "What?" So I put it back in the box. What was that? I don't know, it was one of them anyway. It wasn't my bag. Let's just say it wasn't. I decided it wasn't really my bag. So I haven't been back since. I think I tried 2 of them. One of them was that one where the training session had a fail state, and I'm like, really? And the other one was it just didn't really. Oh, that's broken. Oh, look at that, it snapped. It just didn't really explain what to do, and I'm like, yeah, if you're not going to tell me how to play your game, I'm not going to play it. And that was years ago, so yeah. Now this decal's actually broken, which is a bit crappy. But that's what I'm saying. These decals can be very delicate sometimes. It's a pain in the bum. They can be sometimes. I found these deal ones. They're very nice. They're just, compared to the Bandai ones, which is built of like steel, indestructible. But look at that. That's a very nice decal. Look at that. Lovely. Lovely. And that went back together. Perfectamundo. You'd never know that decal exploded then. You'd never actually know unless I told you. Apart from it's in the wrong place. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Oh, oh. Just in case you're wondering, by the way, if you, because I'm sitting there like waffling onto you guys and making all my little noises and talking to the decals. If the camera wasn't on, I'd still be exactly the same. So don't think this is all me doing stuff for the camera. This is what I'm like when I'm doing decals anyway. Because they are mind-numbingly boring, and your mind tends to wander and you get a bit crazy. Look at that, that's gorgeous. That is really nice. I like that. I like that. Where's the camera? The camera's there. There's the centre point. Where's the centre point? Down there. I don't want that there. The centre point's there. Where's the centre point? There's the centre point. Let's do this one. Now this one had the good grace not to actually explode. So yes, I do talk to my decals when I'm. Yeah, you get a bit loopy sometimes. Do my finger. These are like kind of like, I don't know, tracksuit stripes. Yes, so Dad, I have an envelope to come out to you on the way. I've got to say, I'll post it out tomorrow. I keep forgetting to send it out to you. The form I filled out for you. Okay, now just stop being a spoon and just move. Sometimes decals can be a pain in the bum. I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to move you like that, you see. And then you're going to stick like that, and then you're going to be a pain in the bum. Oh. No. No. Oh. Why I order? It's not big and it's not clever. There we go, it's better. Lovely little sort of white line. It works really well on the sort of custom purple colour that I made as well. I'm really pleased with that. I would quite happily say that although my first choice for decals on a Gunpla or a Bandai kit would be the Bandai decals, if such things exist, because Bandai decals are fantastic, that would be my first choice. But in the event that such decals aren't available, I'd be quite happy to stick with DL decals. These are really nice, apart from the explodey issues compared to all the other third-party ones. They're really high quality. The print quality is very good. Like you get somewhere, the print quality is just absolute gash. I've actually had bought sheets of decals and got them, and the colour registration has been so bad that you've got outlines and colours not like them. It's like, really? And you actually ship that out? You know, you see that and you're like, oh, really? It's pathetic. Okay, so that wing now is actually done for all intents and purposes. I think. Oh, I think. I've not finished this one yet though. This needs. This needs stripy stripes on here. I've done that bit. That's it, I think. So I'll put the stripy stripes on there. So that needs to be 44 and 43. It's the other way around. There's my knife of cutting. 44, 43, which is there. So I'll just get those off. I shall have a look at chat in a moment, dear hearts. Worry yourselves not. I shall not ignore you. Doodle doo 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 doo. A bit of water on that. I'll have a quick look at the chatty chat. See what you're all doing. Where are we? The decals. Where are those from? Asked somebody, and I didn't see who it was because it moved. Sorry. Oh, Merit Philbin. These are just DL decals. DL. Just go onto Amazon or eBay and look up DL decals, Gumpler, and whatever. Or just look up whichever Gumpler you're building, such and such, water slide decals. You get them from most places. They're really nice. I mean, but I don't think there's an official Bandai one for the Strike Rouge. I've got the official Bandai one for the Strike Gundam, which has a few decals for the Strike Rouge, but only a few. This is all generic stuff. So there's nothing on there for the Otori backpack. Whereas this has all of them. The only thing this doesn't have is yellow stripes. Now I didn't use the yellow stripes on the black bits because it didn't really work. I thought about it, but the yellow didn't really work with the white and black, and the purple it just didn't. It just looked stupid. So I left the yellow off. But you don't actually get water slide versions of those. Anyway, you get all these little yellow stripes. Don't get them. And I was going to mask it off and paint them, but I thought about it and it just didn't work. Just had a look at Elite, says Dave that butchered that model. $19.99 on Steam. I might have to invest in it on payday. Think carefully though, dude, because even though the game's £19.99, you're kind of best playing it with a flight stick, with a HOTAS stick, and they're not cheap. I've got one for my Xbox. It was 70 quid, and that's at the bottom of the range. So it's kind of best played with a stick. You can play it with mouse and keyboard, but you'll have a lot of keys. Well, you can still have some fun for $19.99. As long as it's a good-ass PC. What's the health bar for this time, says Juan Ferreira. This one up here. If anybody doesn't know, by the way, if any of you knew it there, this is the Stream Boss Battle. This has been ongoing for months and months and months. We have it on all my streams. It's the Stream Boss Battle. It started off with me as the Stream Boss, and then I was beaten by Aviad Madar, viewer, who is the current Stream Boss. Basically, you start off with 100,000 health, whoever the Stream Boss is, and you, the viewers, have to knock his health down. And basically, whoever gets him to 0 becomes the new Stream Boss. But what does that actually mean? If you become the Stream Boss, basically, you win 200 or 300 quid's worth of Games Workshop or Forge World model kits or whatever you want to buy from Games Workshop. The way it works is, to get his health down here, you need to either like and subscribe if you're not already a channel subscriber. That takes a little bit of his health off. You can do a super chat, which is in the chat window. When you type in this little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window, that takes a bit of his health off. And the more you put through as a super chat, the more of his health it takes off. Or if you want, you can do a tip through the tip jar, which is down here. It's the streamlabs.com/model-making-guru. Again, the more you put through as a tip, the more of it health it takes off. And what basically happens is the money raised through the tips and the super chats goes into a big pot. And when you become the Stream Boss, you win that pot. Which is why when Aviad beat me off the Stream Boss and became Stream Boss, he got 280 quid's worth of basically money to spend at Games Workshop. And he ordered the Renegade Knights set. He got himself a Kill I keep saying Kill Zone. It's not Kill Zone. It's Kill Team set and loads of extra cards and bits and bobs. So basically what I would do is I say, right, you've won, you're the new stream boss. Here's the budget. What do you want me to buy? That's it. So yeah, if you want to be in it to win it. And people have been gradually chipping down his health. The black bits is where the health has been chipped off. It's just that kind of middle of an eBay auction stage right now in the middle where everybody's like, well, I don't want to go in because I'll either have to, if I do it, it's going to take a little bit off. But you have to think, you have to play the long game. If everybody did a little bit, then it'd chip it down and chip it down. You never know, and somebody might get in there at the end. So that's what the health bar's for. And it's always running on any stream I do. So and it helps keep this channel going in a little way. But as I say, the money raised goes towards the prize fund. So if you want to win yourself 200 or 300 quid worth of Warhammer goodness, and you can order whatever you want. Basically, you just tell me what you want to have, and I will order it for you and have it sent to you. Because the beauty of Games Workshop is they'll send it pretty much anywhere. And over, you know, oh, it's broken again. If it's an order more than, say, 40 or 50 quid, usually it's free shipping. So feel free to dive in. I've got the breakage on the decal here, which is annoying. I've never ever had a Bandai decal break, but they are a little bit thicker than these, so. But I can recover that, it's not a biggie. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. Cotton bud. We don't have a cotton bud though. Khajiit has cotton bud if you have coin. Most decal breaks, if it's a nice clean crisp cut, you can wiggle them back together with a bit of patience. Occasionally alcohol. Most decals will cooperate, like that one just there. Almost cooperate. Oh, you little. There we go. Watch it move now and I'll be like, oh. Oh no. Boy done well. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, Vercar decals or any kind of Gunpla kit where you get the Vercar decals. They just look so fantastic. Katoki Hajime knows what he's doing when I first saw a Vercar kit, because and it had all the markings. I'm like, this is insane. There's like 1 billion decals. What the hell? But then when you build a normal Gunpla that doesn't have 1 million markings, you kind of miss them because you realise what they actually bring to the table. They just make them look fantastic in their own kind of sci-fi funky way. Right, so that's, I think, the decals on those 2 wings done. So what I shall do is I shall get myself a couple of clampies. Got one there. Clampy. Oh no, I know what I need to do. I need to, actually. Can't do that yet. Because I need to get some micro sol on these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do that very quickly now. Do some micro sol. And then I think I'll have a look at chat. I think we'll do some stickery goodness. Why not? So I've done my micro set on these originally, and I need to go in with the micro sol. Like I said before, this just helps them soften even more. It eats away a little tiny bit at the clear film to make it less obvious. And it just helps reduce any silvering or air bubbles by helping it suck down and soften even more. If this was an uneven surface, this would quite nicely get it to bed down. You've got to be patient though. Sometimes when you're doing a model with some decals, it can take coat after coat after coat of microsol to get it to bed down successfully. So don't be put off if you're doing like 5, 10, 15 coats of microsol. That can sometimes be the norm. Depends on the decals and how rough the surface is you put them on. If you ever watched Tony over at Helgen35 on YouTube, when he was doing one of the E-Models builds, he was doing a motorbike and he had a crash helmet with loads of decals on it. He must have put about 20 coats of microsol on there to get the decals to bed down. He had a right job of it, but they came out looking beautiful when they were done. That was compound curved surfaces, which is always a nightmare for decals. So, but yeah, they came out gorgeous. But just try and make sure the solution doesn't go all over the plastic. Just try and keep it on the decal. And just over the edge a little bit so it can soak underneath. That's about as far as you want it to go. Because if you go too crazy, it will eat into your gloss coats or paint coats, acrylic paint coats. If you're not careful. And then you'll have sadness. Right. Merritt says, have checked those out. How is the resolution? I know some of your decal was a little blurry, but mostly alright. They are really, really nice, these decals. They are. Like I'm saying, of all the third-party decals I've ever seen, these are probably the nicest quality. Now, compared to the real thing, I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit. Hang on. Zooming. Extreme zoom! So, for example, where's my thumb? If we look at the... Where's my thumb? Where is that? If we look at the... Now, I know it's a lion's head with the rose, but I call it the hedgehog with the red bit, because it looks like... Imagine there's some legs under there. That's the DL Decals version. Can I focus that at all? Let's have a look. Doodle-doo-doo. It's on the cusp of being focusable. Oh! That's the DL Decals version. And that is the Bandai version. So you can see there's a bit of a difference. Where's it gone? Where's the Bandai version? Bandai is there. DL Decals there. Let's see if we can find some other. Some of the colours are quite nice. Like this is the Bandai Strike Rouge, the Phase Shift Armour decal. It's just grey. Well, here's the one for the Strike Rouge on the DL Decals, which is this beautiful purple colour and other colours. So the quality-wise, very good. If you're used to the usual third-party decals where there's all kind of spelling mistakes and all that kind of crap, which I actually find quite hilarious, and I try to use them as often as possible, to be blatantly honest, they're fine. They're absolutely fine. You have to keep in mind that nobody's really ever going to look at the decals that close anyway. Not like you are, so yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to scratch my arm because it's really itchy. Have a quick look at the chat. And then we shall maybe do some stickery giveaways, I think. I have the latest one that's real good. Says John Paul that I was talking about. Captain Weirdbeard says, yo, welcome, dude. He's like, it sat in a coffee shop as well, says David Butch, that model. Must fill in that form and then send it back as well. Form. I think he's referring to me muttering away to myself and talking to decals in shops. You see me in a Games Workshop store. And I'm not actually talking to the staff. If I'm just there looking at the shelf, you can, I'm like, oh, look at that. Oh, I'm talking away to, I'm like, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, and I could paint that with that. I'm just muttering to myself while I'm looking at stuff on the shelf. My goodness, that's quick, says Dad. I may have sent mine already, but don't. Everybody's talking about stuff. I've ordered mine. I've typed up a Xeon theme letter to go along with the gift. Okay, people are talking about Secret Santa. If you remember the Boom Hut, it's a bit late now, but we're going to do one at the end of the year for next year. If you remember the Boom Hut, which is facebook.com/groups/model Boom Hut. It's the best group online for model making, so go and join. But they've got a Secret Santa going. It's kind of came on late, so it's still going at the minute. Tommy says, hey Fox, he just come in the cave to grab a pack of crisps. Hey Tommy, how you doing, dude? Tommy's awesome. Tommy taught Dave everything he knows about model making. Must look at screen, not keyboard when typing. Tommy said hi, not he. Yes. Dave, Your spelling's always been terrible. Don't make excuses. Nom, 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 nom. How about Gundams for the person that takes the win of the stream boss? The reason I've said it's Games Workshop stuff is because it actually started in my Warhammer Sundays. I do a Warhammer Sundays live stream where it's all Warhammer stuff. But there is... So it's really from that. This just happens to be another stream I've done anyway. But the real reason I stick it to the Games Workshop stuff is because if I order you a Gundam kit, if you win and you say, I want this particular Gundam kit, and I order you a Gundam kit from an other Japanese retailer or someone in God knows where, in wherever it could be, you know, it could be in South Korea or Taiwan, it could be anywhere, if it's not in the UK, a couple of things are going to happen. One, you're going to have to take some of your winnings and pay shipping. So your winnings drop. If you win 250 quid, 50 quid of that might be shipping. So now you've got 200 quid. Also, if that package goes missing in the post, good luck. It's not my problem. You'll just never get a prize. Because once I've ordered it, it's nothing to do with me. Once it's ordered and on the way to you, if it goes missing, you have to then chase it up with that retailer. And if it's some little tiny unknown, you know, retailer you've never heard of, you might never get your money back or you get anything. Because it's not my money I've spent, it's your money. You're the winner. So if I do it through Games Workshop, basically they deliver to most places. Over a certain amount, the delivery is free. So if you've won 300 quid worth of stuff, you can order 300 quid worth of stuff. You're not going to pay a penny in shipping. Aviad is in Israel, and I ordered the stuff for him, and it cost him nothing in shipping. He did, of course, have an import charge, but that's how the internet works. So yeah, if it's not going to cost you any shipping, because over a certain amount they don't charge you shipping. They deliver to most places, and if anything goes wrong with the order, if the package, if the stuff just disappears in the mail, you just call them and they replace it because they're really good. So it's more just a question of I haven't got time to run around if whoever wins prize doesn't turn up. It's kind of not my problem because as soon as I've ordered it, I've washed my hands of it. It'll arrive, you'll have happy times. But if it doesn't turn up, it's up to them because they're the recipient. I can't get involved. So it's more purely security and headaches. If I restrict it, because it's based on the Warhammer stream anyway, so it makes no sense to give Gunpla away on a Warhammer stream. But it's also a case of they're trustworthy, and if anything goes wrong, there's no shipping charge. If anything goes wrong, you'll get replacements with no question. Forge World and Games Workshop, they just go, has it not turned up? No. Okay, we'll send another one. That's how it works. So, and it's also very rare that stuff doesn't turn up. Right, so let's have a look. What are we doing in chat? Everybody's saying hello to each other. Right, no more chat going on. Right, I think what we'll do is I need to give this another coat of the micro sols, but I shall leave it for a moment. It needs to dry for a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll do some stickers. Should we do some stickers? Sticker giveaways. Today we have mostly been giving away stickers for. Put that there. I don't want to put it on top of any decal sheets because it's probably damp. Be a bad move. We'll give away a Model Making Guru sticker. We'll give away... what's that one? We've all got things written on them. We'll give away a Model Making Guru sticker with Gaz Vickers written on the back. And we'll give away a Scaly Models sticker. His dad sent me some stickers today. So where you see Dad in chat, that's Dad. His YouTube channel. He's not started doing any video content yet, but we're trying to push him in that direction, aren't you, Dad? You're going to be filming lots of things soon because you are. Because end of discussion, you will be. So we've got 3 of these. There we go. I don't know why. Yeah, if you're wondering why it's got Gaz Vickers written on the back. It's because I used to write down the name of people that won them and then send them a totally different sticker. So I've got like ones with other people's names on. Gaz did get a sticker, he just didn't get that sticker. If the winner would order from a place like Gundam Planet, it would eliminate all the shipping challenge it charges. Except the problem is if they're in the UK or anywhere that's where Gundam Planet isn't. Because Gundam Planet's in the US. But a lot of my viewers aren't. And the other thing, of course, is you've got all the import charges, don't forget, as well. So they're probably still going to get some kind of shipping charges. But at the end of the day, it's more just a case of, it's a lot of hassle. And I just want to be able to say, what do you want to buy? Here's what you want to buy. It's shipped out. It's gone. It's guaranteed to turn up. And if it doesn't, they'll happily replace it. There's no backwards and forwards in email and messing about. They're really good. And like I say, it was actually based off the Warhammer stream anyway. So it's more just a thing for the Warhammer stream. Right, I shall open the email and see if we have any questions. Goodby wasn't filming last night. He was swearing at the sub, giggle, says Dave. Oh, Colin's in. Welcome, Colin. Sorry to ask because I'm not into Warhammer. No, it's fine. Not a problem at all, man. Don't worry about it. It's a good question to ask. It's a valid question. You're more than welcome to ask it. It's just that I do a stream every week on the Warhammers. I don't often do streams that aren't Warhammer. This is just like an impromptu thing. So I did consider other stuff for quite a while, but it was more just the hassle that would be involved. The other thing, of course, is if somebody wins and they order a Gunpla, it could take weeks to get to them. Whereas if they order a Games Workshop, it can be there within 4 days. Right, let's have a look and see. Do we have any questions? Questions. People saying they want a sticker. Yes, thank you very much. We've done that one. Done that one. Done those. Done those. I've done that one. I'm going to have to make up some questions, aren't I? Oh. Yep, I'm going to have to make up some questions now. Whoa. Oh, never mind. Anyway, so let's make up some questions, shall we? Right, I've got to think of some questions now. Okay, so here's how it works. I ask you a question. Whoever gets the answer in chat right first wins a sticker. I'm going to replace that. That's gone damp. There must be some moisture down there. I'm not going to give you that one. That one's gone a bit damp. I need to dry it out. Let me get a replacement. Eine Momente bitte. So before we get answering the questions and asking the questions, what I need you to do is refresh your browser, because there's always a lag between video and audio by now. Refresh your browser screen. Do it now. And then when it's refreshed, drag your slidey thing all the way to the right hand side so it's up to date. Just to eliminate any lag while we're doing the question and answer thing. So I'll give you a few seconds to do that while I mop up this gallon of water that's everywhere. People are already answering. Fantastic. I'm one of your Gundam subs, says Juan Ferreira. No, that's cool. That's cool. Trust me though, if you did win and you got some Warhammer stuff, you'd like it. Trust me on that. You would. Trust me. You'd like it. You need to do more Gundam, says one. I do lots of Gundam. I just have. I can't just do Gundam all the time. And at the moment, I've got a backlog of commission builds that I have to build. So that's why I've got this. Then there's the little U-boat. Then I've got the Sazabi. Then after that, I have the Perfect Grey Millennium Falcon. So I don't just do Gundam. Your builds are great. Thank you very much. You're very kind. Dad says, I've been talking about the Christmas Secret Santa thing. Pip says, I'm not allowed another sticker. Simon Reynolds says, I'm decorating my new airbrushing booth. My excuse. Right. Okay. The other thing, of course, I have to say, in all honesty, Juan, I did get a bit burnt out on Gunpla. And I needed to, that's why I kind of started the Warhammer, because I had to change. The one thing I've learned, if you start getting burnt out on something, because I love Gunpla, don't get me wrong, but I've learned over the years, if I'm working on something and I start to get that feeling of, I don't want to do another one, I have to stop and go and do something else. Because if I keep doing the thing I don't want to do, I'm going to hate it. So that's why I moved off Gunpla for a bit to do the Warhammers, just so I didn't get bored of one and burnt out. And now I'm back on them now, and I'll always go backwards and forwards with different builds. I won't just stick to one thing. Anyway, right, questions. So, let's do a question. We're going to write some words on the back of these. We're going to write some words, and the words are going to be... This one's already got Gaz Vickers written on the back. This one's going to have the word Bubble. I like the word bubble. And this one will have the word lumpen. I don't know why I put the words on the back, it's just fun. So there we go. So bubble, lumpen, and Gaz Vickers. I don't know if there's a connection. So let's think of a question. I'm trying to stall now because I can't think of a question. Okay. Swig of coffee. Are we all ready? Right, let's have a think. Okay, this is gonna be the fastest finger first because this isn't a hard one. Who makes the decals I'm using at the minute? Go. It's actually on screen. You can't really even get this one wrong. Dave says the answer to everything is Widge, quite potentially. Nim Cinderin says DL straight up because it says it there. You can see it on the telly. Thought I'd start with an easy one. Well done, Nim. You've won yourself an decal. So do you want a model making guru, or a scaly models? And if you want a guru one, do you want Bubble or Gaz Vickers? Let me know which one you want. Doodle 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 doodle. Waiting for your answer. Type faster, please. I can't go on till I know which one you want. There we go, Bubble. Or Bubble. I'll tell you what, I'll make it Bubble for you. There you go. Nim. Well done. So send me an email. Foxx at no, not Foxx at eModels, you idiot. Foxx at modelmakingguru.com. Where's the camera? There it is. With your name and address. And I think I've already got some for you anyway, but whenever you win something on one of my streams, even if you're waiting for other stuff that you've won before, because I tend to send them all out in one go, send me an email anyway. So if you've got like 3 stickers, if you're waiting for 3 stickers and you've already mailed me before, mail me again. If I see 5 emails in my email box telling me you've won a sticker, I know I need to send you 5 stickers. So well done, Nim. That's one. Now I've got to think of another question now. Another question, maybe not so easy this time. Let's have a think. I've got to look around my room now for inspiration. Do 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 do. Okay, it's a question about dinosaurs. Here we go. Give me the name of the little, well, not little, but the flat, squat dinosaur that had a big, massive club on the end of its tail. It was a prey dinosaur, not a predator dinosaur. It was a herbivore, and it was flat and squat and had a big club on the end of its tail. Go. Not the full Latin name, just the, you know, like the name. Hey Kenneth, says cheese and onion. Cyril says Jar Jar Binks. Chubs. Well, although he, true to his name, Butcher That Model, he did butcher the spelling horrendously. Butcher That Model did say Ankylosaurus, and then he added the word Widge. But he did say Ankylosaurus, and it is Ankylosaurus. So, Dave, I'm afraid Pip's going to shout at you because you've won a sticker, you muppet. So, which one do you want to do? Do you want a model making guru or a scaly models? Let me know. The cleric dinosaur. Cyril says Ankylosaurus. Stegosaurus says one. No, it's Ankylosaurus. Little flat thing. It was like a flat truck with a big bone thing on the end of its tail. Oi, Dave, stop it, says Dad. Dave, you haven't answered yet. Which one do you want? Everybody's waiting for you now, Dave. They're all looking at you. They're all looking at you while you're getting beaten up. Scaly models, there you go. All right. I don't know. Dave. Lovely. So there you go. Get yourself a dad sticker. I don't know. Nib Pip says I can't have any more. Here's the answer. So we've got 1 sticker left. We have Gaz Vickers, model making guru sticker. Why can't he have the stickers at the top of the screen? They're my water slide decal. I need them for me. I need them for me thing I'm doing. Juan Ferreira says, damn. Right, so last one. Model making guru sticker. I've got to think of a question now. Question. I've got to think of a question that I also happen to know the answer to, which is more challenging than you would actually think. Okay, let's have a think. Talk amongst yourselves while I try and figure something out. Question. Okay, here's a really easy one. My favourite country in the world. You all know my favourite country in the world is Canada. What type of leaf is on the Canadian flag? Go. Nice and easy one. Doodle-doodle. How you doing, Kenneth? He's waving at someone. I think Vincent and Dave and everybody. Also, I did notice that you put Scally models. And Kenneth is straight. Yep, Kenneth is straight in with maple. Indeed, it is a maple leaf. So, Kenneth, you win yourself. Well done. Win yourself a Model Making Guru sticker with Gaz Vickers written on the back. Hey! I'll just scratch that out so I know. So it's Kenneth. So what you need to do, Kenneth, is send me an email. And all of you who've won something. I know, Dave, I know your address, but send me an email anyway, just to remind me what the damn I'm sending out to you. All three of you send me an email with your name, address, and what you've won, which sticker you've won, to fox@modelmakingguru.com. And I will send your sticker out to you. So well done, three of you. I've added that to the pile. I've not sent out stickers for a little while because I've had not had a chance to get to the post office. But I shall be doing them in the next few days. So well done, Kenneth and Dave. And who else won the other one? Nim. There you go. Well done to the three of you. Yeah, I like giving stuff away, even if it's just stickers, because it's nice, silly times. Wow, people answer before you even put out the question, lol. I didn't see any at my end before I asked the question, although I often get answers like 42 and cheese and onion. That's kind of a holdback from the e-model streams. But I have to say, Kenneth, where you are, Kenneth's in Australia, and that's like 1 trillion miles away from all of us, and yet his answer got in there first, so he must type really, really fast. Or just have lightning fast internet for that part of the world. Right, so those wings are done. I'm going to give another coat of Microsol when I put my helmet of seeing on. Where's the camera? Okay, another coat of Microsol. Chat's moved. Fox, did you spill extra thin on that new mat? Says Butcher that model. What, this blank patch? No, what happened here? Here's a learning curve for you. This is what happens when you use weathering powders. If you don't put paper down. I used some weathering powders on I can't remember, on the Torox, I think. And I put paper down, but some of the powder got onto my cutting mat. There's a big bald patch here. It got onto my cutting mat. My beautiful, beautiful and rather expensive grey cutting mat, which I think is beautiful, or was. And some of the powder got on there. And for some reason, I don't know why, I decided the best thing to clean the powder off, because it's really tenacious. Once it's on there, it's hard to get off. So I thought to myself, the best thing I can do to get this weathering powder off my wood cutting mat is not to use like airbrush cleaner or X20A thinners or isopropyl alcohol. I'll use the low odour thinners I use for oil paint. I don't know why. And I learned that very moment that these cutting mats, you can clean them with alcohol, you can clean them with thinners, but if you even put like a touch of oil paint thinners on here and go, it's literally, I got the tissue, I got some thinners on it, and I went, and it was like, what, pattern's gone. It was literally gone. So yeah, so what I may have to do, that mat on that side is exactly the same, but hasn't got all the lines missing. So what I might do, if I can be bothered at some point lifting all the stuff off the desk, is actually swap them round. Or I could just turn this mat round the other way. I'll figure it out. It does my head in. It's like, I don't know, it does my head in when I see it. Nim Cinderin says, funny thing is that I'm so close to Canada, on a clear day I can see Canada from across the lake. That means you have access to poutine. I've still never experienced poutine. My brain feels sad at this fact. Although I don't know why, because I've never had it, so I can't say I'm missing it. But I know it's just cheesy chips. But still. My bucket list will be one day I will be able to say, I have eaten poutine. And also a runza, but that's not Canadian. I've seen a photograph of a runza. I need to apply that to my face at some point in my terrible little life. I'm trying to... If you're wondering why I'm angling these, it's so I can see the solution shining in the light, so I know where it is. So this will be the second or third coat of this micro sol. And I may need more coats, because what I can see, you probably can't, but what I can see under the decals, there's a little bit of patchiness under some of them where the clear film is. And it's either because there's just the tiniest little bit of sort of air trapped under there, even though I've squished them down and they're on a gloss coat and it's a smooth surface anyway. You sometimes still do get little tiny air pockets and stuff, so just tell them that I need to keep applying the solution, because eventually they will go away. Eventually. Because there'll always be some slight imperfections in the paint surface, or if you've got a varnish, the varnish surface, to which, you know, an air bubble can get stuck. Oops. So this just helps it go away. So I might need to do, you know, 4, 5, 6 coats of this. Basically, I'll just keep these to one side, and as time goes by, I'll do more and more coats. And that is those two done. Right, let's have a look what next bits we need to do. So I've done those two. I don't want to do the 2 wings right now, because you've just sat there and watched me do 2 wings. I can't sit there and do 2 more wings. Oh, because that'd be a bit boring, wouldn't it? Even on my side of the border we have it. Oh. Jeff Longman says all day. But I don't know what that's following on from. But Jeff Longman is, of course, actually in Canada. Hang on, Jeff. How come you didn't get that question right and win that one? You should be the first person to answer that one. If you ever do come across the pond or get a beef on wick, trust me, it's awesome. Just make sure you get it with the au jus and not gravy. Okay. What is a wick? Nim says, gasps. I don't know what a wick is. What? Some comments don't appear in Fox's on-screen chat box. He just tuned in. Possibly. I don't know if you... I seem to be missing your first comment. But it could just be that I've not seen it. Because chat can move quite quickly. It's more likely that I've just missed it. The only people I don't see in chat are people that I've blocked on this channel. Which is not many, to be honest. It's WEC, but it's Kummelvek roll. That's what it's on. Repost. I roll around in all things Canada all day, every day. You do, because you live there. You are official. You are our man in Canada. I had the answer. I live in Canada right now, says John Paul. Oh, there's 2 of you that could have won. It's a hot roast beef sandwich on a Kummelvek roll. I still don't know what a Kummelvek roll is, but you just said beef, and my interest was instantly interested. You had me at beef, let's just be honest. You didn't need to go into any more detail than that. Let's be perfectly frank about it. What's next? We have... do I have any other bits I can stick on there? No, not on that bit, not on that bit, not on that bit. Okay, well I can't put anything on there. I shall keep the wingings there, because I need to keep putting things on those. I shall move this bit of foam with all the parts on. There's bits. I shall move that one. And I shall replace it mit this one. Ja, das ist richtig. Where's that thing? Oh, there it is. And I think what we shall do is we shall do the big pink gun. Ja, das ist richtig. Big pink gun. Can I put the other... Oh, I can't put the end on that yet. Right, so that could go on there. We do have decals for this particular weapons and the other particular weapons. Let's see which is which. Jeff says minus 24 degrees tomorrow, so there is at least one drawback. Wow, that's colder than... that's not right. Hey Fox, what part of Europe are you in again? I'm guessing UK, but I'm not sure, says Juan. I'm in the UK. I'm in England. Coffee, yeah. I'm in sunny Manchester. By sunny, I mean cold and kind of wet. Yeah. Manchester, the home of everything good about the United Kingdom. The birthplace of everything important. If you can think of something, we probably invented it here in Manchester. And if you say otherwise, we'll just turn up and beat you up. And then we'll prove we're right by just beating you up. Right, so we have some weapons. We have this one. And we have that one there. Which that goes on that side. That goes on that side. Like that, you see? I like the way they've put, like, these are the weapons that go under the backpack, and as a token gesture to aerodynamics, they put these two wings on either on the outside sides of both, yet they're just kind of square. Yeah, okay. You, if it works for you, mate. Right, so we need to do 41. 41 is that one. I think it's on both sides. I don't know if this will work with the purple colour, but we'll find out. Kenneth says Manchester, where sheets and pillowcases were invented. Manchester is where everything was invented. Everything was invented in Manchester. All the good things in life, we invented them. All the bad things in life were invented by Southerners. All the good things in life were invented by people in Manchester. I don't know if this is going to work, because that's purple and it might look a bit rampant. 99% of Canadians live within 100 kilometres of the southern border. 50% of Canada is A. I knew that. Interesting fact. That was an official Canadian statistic from the Twitter account of the official Canadian Office of Statistics. 50% of Canada is A. Nim Cinderin says, "Moi ha ha ha," but I don't know what at. Do you use tweezers for the decals, Fox? I do, and I stab them with tweezers as much as I possibly can. I had 2 decals break on when I was doing this, but they were easily recovered, thankfully. John Paul asked Jeff if he's in the north of Canada, and Jeff says no, he's east of Montreal. Osric 9000 is drooling all over his tablet. Jeff Longman says, fun fact. Oh. I don't really know much about the Premier League teams, but personally I like Manchester City teams. I have no knowledge of football. I don't do sport at all. I am the least interested in sport person you can imagine. I don't know. I've never been into sport at all. I've always, just don't know. Just not. Don't know what it is. It's like, oh, sport. They invented dysentery, apparently. It runs in the family, says Butcher, that model. Yeah, very good. No, like I said, everything bad in life, that was invented by Southerners. So dysentery. Yep. Ooh, knocking the camera, my apologies. Water's gone a bit cold now, so I'm just going to quickly change my water for a bit warmer water. Back in a second. I'm an idiot. I live west of Montreal, says Jeff Longman. Jeff, you're an idiot. Hey. I'm in Guelph, Ontario, says John Paul. John Paul has a cup warmer for his decals. I'm not that prepared. or organised. Let's just be blatantly honest here. Okay, we've got any movement on those. I think. Oh, they've made them separate. You get these little stripes to go on the barrel on the muzzle of the gun, and they've actually made them separate. That's a right ball ache. Wow, Bandai, that's just jerk move. Dick move that was. Oh, that just sucks. You could have made it one single decal. Are we on camera? Almost not. You could have made it one single decal, but no. You have to make it two separate decals, you jerks. Oh, that's just harsh, man. This was a Tamiya kit, like a 88mm gun. That'd be one single decal. Harsh, dudes. Harsh. Arbitrarily line that up now to something. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? Oops. Oh, rippage and explosions. Oh, God damn it. In fact, no, it's not Bandai. We're talking about Bandai. It's not even Bandai anyway. It's DL Decals. So I apologise to Bandai for having a go at them just now when it wasn't even their fault. Right, that's going to be a right pain in the bum. Just what you need. Breakable decals on a fiddly ass three-dimensional surface. Perfect. Oh. No. Oh. This is not going according to plan. Das ist nicht richtig. Alright. You little bugger. I want you to stay there. Right. I don't know if this is going to work now because that decal ripped and I've got to bend it round an uneven surface anyway. It's not really going to go according to plan. I might have to abandon these and replace them with something else. Off. Oh, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Hang on, hang on. Stay on target. Stay on target. Switch full power to front deflector screens. Switch all power to front deflector screens. I can see chat moving, but I can't actually see chat. I can go there. No, you go there. You go there. That's it. Yep. No, you move, not the other one. You stay there. You go there. Might just get away with this. Or might not. I think what I will have to do is... It's just gone to pot. I know I'm gonna sack these decals off. Because they're just too damn delicate for such an uneven surface. However, what I'll do is I will come up with an alternative method for such decal nonsense. I do have at my disposal many millions of other markings and decals I can put on there in the replacement of those. So I shall leave those off for now, because there's no way I'm getting those decals on that uneven surface without them just exploding and falling apart. So anyway, yes, never mind. I've got loads of other decals I can use in place of those anyway, so that's fine, it's fine. Tossum says, Medic Dad X3, I just have, dude. Ooh, I can smell roast chicken. Guess that's what's for dinner then, says Dave. Jeff Longman is in Ottawa. John Paul is in Guelph, Ontario. I've said that one already. Nimsindarin is just north of Jeff, maybe an hour and a half away. I thought you were not in Canada. I thought you were in America, south of... How can you be north if you... I don't get it. Were you in Alaska? That can't be in Alaska, can you? Jeff said he ended up using real grade decals on his Master Grade L Strike. I make it look bigger than it does. Yeah. Oh, Dave's off for food. Thanks for coming in, dude. Rusting Customs is in. Hello, dude, says. Welcome, welcome. I'm slightly sad now. I ate my last Tim Tam. Oh, the only one thing you can do about that, Nim, and that is to get more Tim Tams. You must have more Tim Tams. Must be acquired. You must be able to do the Tim Tam Slam at a moment's notice without warning. I need number 6, which apparently is not that one. Fantastic. It's apparently that one. Although that one's labelled as number 6, this one is labelled as number 6. Yep. Okay, cool. Right, got that one. Random numbering. That can go on there. Hopefully this one won't explode. Yeah, I mean, it's just from experience. If you get a decal like these where they're prone to ripping without a lot of hassle, because they're quite thin and delicate, and if they are prone to ripping, then trying to manhandle it over that kind of uneven surface, because it goes in and out of the muzzle of the gun, that would just be an endeavour in futility, basically. So I'll have a look through my my decal stash. I shall find something equally awesome. Lynn Dipple is in. Hey, Lynn. I'm an idiot. South. Yes, says Nim. Come on, even I know America is south of Canada. Do you know, and I get lost getting out of bed. So far, Jeff doesn't know where he lives, and neither does Nim. So, we've got 2 people who haven't got a clue where they live. L-Strike was 2 years ago, current finishing up that perfect grain ground Gundam conversion, says Jeff. What you doing, Fox? I'm putting decals on my Strike Rouge Patreon Gundam build. I've done a couple of wings like that. And I'm trying to put decals on these guns at the moment. And it's a delicious lilac colour. Delicious lilac coloured gun that will melt people's face off. Can't really go wrong, can you? Devastating weaponry painted in delicious colours. And I've got a problem here. This is a bit of a problem because I've painted this gun a lilac colour. Can you see what the problem might be? Lilac colour decal on a arse. 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 Do I have an alternative orb decal? No. Arse. Arse. Magnets across the universe. This is just a pain in the bum. I'm going to do it. I'm going to see what happens. It might be usable. It's an invisible decal, but we'll try it. Poiple on Poiple. Decals on the Strike Mauve. Yes, then it is the Strike Mauve. It's a much better name than the Strike Rouge. If there can be a Strike Rouge, there can be a Strike Mauve. Doodle-doo-doo. Duh, decal, says Lynn. It kind of is in the title. Subtle equals awesome, says Music Medic Dad. Cool. Canadians all live in a state of bliss. No need to know exactly where one lives, says Jeff. That's true. If I lived in Canada, I'd be blissfully happy. I don't know why, because I've never been to Canada. I've never been to Canada. I've met a Canadian person once, and she was kind of hot. And she thought it was brilliant that I said Canada. It didn't do me any harm. Let's put it that way. But I don't know. My brain just says you need to go live there for the rest of your life because it's awesome. Because everything's happy and everything's great and everyone's happy. I know it's probably not the truth. Doodle doo doodle doo doodle doo doo. Right, let's see how purple decal looks on a purple. It might work. It might be a nice. Ooh, actually, you never know. It's kind of a lighter tone. I'm getting a kind of My Little Pony vibe off the whole endeavour. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. It does kind of work a little bit. Now, I know it won't come out on camera. I'll see if I can zoom in a bit for you. Zooming. Oh, not. Now, I know you won't see it because the colouring isn't quite right. Let me see if I can adjust the colouring a little bit. No, that's not quite right. What's more like the real colour? I can't quite get the colour to look realistic like, as I actually see it. I'm afraid. But, effectively... Yeah, it's a light purple decal on a dark purple thing, and you can actually see it, and it does actually work. Good thinking, that man. I'm glad I had that idea. Nicely recovered. Planned for that. Played for and won. Not. So we'll get that off there. A little bit of moisture. That's been a bit ornery on the surface, so I need to give that a good coat of the micro set. It's not quite bedding down very well. Almost like the surface is uneven, but it's not. It's nice and smooth, so I need to make sure that gets a good coat of the set just to get sucked down nicely. What I might do is lift up the corner a little bit. I know you probably can't see this. What I'm doing is I've just lifted up the corner of the decal a little bit so I can get the brush with the micro set underneath. It's worth doing this sometimes. If you can see one that's not bedding down nicely, it doesn't do any harm to try and convince it of the order of things before it sets. Go on. Underneath, please. So I can get under the decal with a cocktail stick, but not with a paintbrush. That'll do. Close enough. So you can splay the brush out and get it under the decal like that. And it just gets your micro set underneath. Which means then it will hopefully be a bit more cooperative when it beds down. Now the thing to be careful with micro set and micro sol, if you use micro sol, is it does make the decal very grippy to the surface. So if you try and then move it, it does increase the risk of it ripping and tearing. So like you saw there, what I had to do was literally lift the decal up. So I'm going to very gently run that off, but not massively. I still want to keep it underneath if I can. So I'm not putting on the much pressure as I normally would here because I want to keep some of the liquid underneath so it can suck it down. So yeah, often when you use, say, micro set to bed it down like that, what you want to do is pick the decal up, not actually try and move it with your stick or whatever, because it becomes more prone to rippage. I'm just going to leave that for a minute. I don't think there's any other decals on that one. It's the only one, I think. Okay, so that's there. Now we have this little weapon here, you see? This one has... Oh, don't tell me that. Oh, for the love of... I've painted this white. So what colour is the dotted line that goes on the top? Oh. Right, we're going to get creative now. We're going to put the dotted line on the black bit because... Oh! Why I oughta... Sounds law in it. The bit I paint purple, the decal's purple. The bit I paint white, the decal's white. Whoa! So that should be 63 and 62, just to make sure. 63 and 62, yep, that's the ones. So we should try them on the black. They should look quite stunning on the black. Because there's absolutely no point putting a white decal on a white surface. That would be kind of stupid to do. Okay, so that go there. RJC Models, Reese is in. Hey, Reese. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good God, it's 7:20. Holy moly. Time flies by when you're the driver of a train standing on the footplate there and back again. Some of you will get that, and some of you won't. Wow, this water goes cold. I need to stop using a tin water tray for the water because it goes cold within seconds. Let's have a look. You missed stickers, says Nim. Ooh, man, not stickers. Yeah, you missed stickerage, dude. Dave Brainbox Barker said, I'm not allowed to win stickers because Pip says I can't. And then he answers the question and wins a sticker like a spoon. So he's gone quiet. He says he's having his tea, but we all know he's just getting beaten up by Pip now for winning a sticker. She's beating him up. Brian Cant was epic. Yes, Zaz is correct. Brian Cant. Right, well, some of the presenters from children's TV in the 70s had the most delightful voices. Brian Cant. Do you remember the guy, the mysterious old sort of Russian-looking guy who used to be Finger Mouse? Had the sort of, he looked like a Russian Orthodox priest. His big bushy beard. No, Fox, repaint that raised part to black and still use the lilac decal. No, it doesn't. It's too late now. It goes underneath, but you can still see it. You can actually see it. It does actually come out a little bit. It doesn't come out on camera because the colours aren't right on camera. The lilac on the gun is actually a much brighter colour than in real life. Sally James, yeah. If Dad one day didn't actually type Sally James in a chat at some point, we'd have to be getting it onto the papers. We'd be getting the police to go and knock on the door and make sure he's alright, look through the letterbox. You there, sir? We've had a report. Yoffie. That's the one. From Finger Mouse. God, that's just really bringing the 70s children's TV knowledge here. Dropping the knowledge bombs on us. Most impressed. I've got all these red lines. I've got all these lovely, lovely red lines here that are supposed to go on the sword. But I can't put them on the sword because the big badass sword, instead of being blue and everything else in the kit, it's actually going to look metallic like that. I can't really put them on that. It's a shame. Maybe I can put them somewhere on the wings. We'll have to find out. Sprue Glue Addict is in. Long Distance Clara. Oh yeah. Best sound effect, but the best and laziest sound effect ever done was the sound of the pigeons in Pigeon Street. Oh, Matt Brenton has subscribed. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit the notification button as well, Matt. That way you can get updated when I do future live streams and future videos. Yes, the laziest sound in the world, sound effect, was the pigeons in Pigeon Street. They used to go, boo. And that was literally, it was a built-in sound to a Simmons drum kit. Electronics drum kit. Boo. So they just hit that drum. Boo. There you go, that's a pigeon. Done. Bless. Obviously, Simmons drums weren't real drums; they were synth drums in the early days of electronic drummery. Right, let's give this a try, shall we? I don't know if this will fit. It might fit. It might not. It might look like complete tosh. It might be the wrong way round. Can do it that way. That will fit with that, and that will fit with... might work. Might get away with this. I say might. Star probably won't. Although I don't... Ooh, that went wrong, didn't it? Come by. Come by. Don't stick to me feet. Oh, look at that. Breakage. It's like DL decals. I like your decals, but I'm not liking the fact they break at the slightest. My tweezers weren't anywhere near that part of the decal. At least I had the decency to break down the middle between two lines, which was kind of handy. Which was kind of handy. Do you know, DL decals, you need to work on the strength and resilience of your decalage. Because currently, they're not being that impressive. Time flies by when you're the driver of a train. Standing on the... Oh, it needs some more water. I can't sing that, actually, because I'll just get pulled for copyright. Don't. Now, it's a little bit too long, I think, this decal. It's also a little bit too not moving. Which is annoying. Shift your arse out of that bit there. Come on. Stop sticking. I've got to be really careful now because I don't want to rip them. Of these decals, spares I do not have. I'm going to have to grip them, aren't I? I'm going to have to get grippy with it. That is, for some reason, sticking. Exercising frustration. Okay, that kind of works. Now it does mean the decal kind of goes onto the white bit there a little bit, which is not perfect, but it's not imperfect. Trying desperately not to scratch the paintwork either, but it seems that a cocktail stick is not going to do it. It's not going to cut the mustard. The breaky bit. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Let's get a bit biblical with this. I can cut that off. Because it's not quite lining up brilliantly on that last bit. So I can take that off. Push that down there. Push that along there a little bit. There we have. Looks a bit better that way. I was about to say then, if that decal started putting up a fight for me trying to cut it, I'd be like, look, you break when I don't want you to break, and when I want you to cut you, you don't cut. What gives? Don't give me no nonsense. Okay, so that's there. Get this bit done first. With these long decals, it's good to maybe just start from one end and work your way down when you're squishing them, just to get it anchored. Go gently, because they will move when you try and roll the cotton bud over them. So if I can get this first half down and reasonably straight, then I can finagle the second half into place. Get that end down and anchored. And now I can adjust this end. And I hope this is all on camera, just about. Time flies by when you're the driver at train. There now, how much of a faff was that? Good God, man. Okay, so that's on there. It's not where it's supposed to be, but hey, it'll do. Now this one I need to put on the same end. I need to go that way. I need to cut one off the end though. So we'll cut that off now while it's on here. That can go away, thank you. We shall put some water preemptively on here. Oops. Take your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Is this going to break in transit, or is it going to actually behave itself? Let's find out. Oh, it's already broken on the sheet itself. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm not impressed, DL Decals. Your quality in the printing is excellent. Your quality in the actual sturdiness is ass. Biblical ass. But hey, at least you guys can now see that, you know, we don't always get an easy job of it. Oh, fudge-tacular. Epic fudge. I'll be with you in a minute in chat. I'm just a bit busy at the minute. Oh, it's like herding cats, but with less cute things going on. With more stress and less cuteness. That's the wrong brush. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Right, so are you going to behave and line up like a nice lad, or are you going to be a gimp and make my life a living torture? Let's find out. By the way, folks and folksesses, I did mention this, I think, on Sunday's live stream, but my channel is creeping slowly and inexorably towards 20,000 subs, 20,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Just so you know, when it does hit 20,000, I will be doing a giveaway of some sort. I haven't fully decided what yet, but it will be something awesome. I've got potentially in my stash, I've got quite a few different things, including some very nice master grade kits and some other things that I could potentially give away. Oops, excuse me, give away. I haven't decided yet, 100%, but I will be doing a giveaway. So if you haven't yet recruited your entire friends and family into following this channel, why? Also, get a fire under that. So stay tuned. We're about 500 short at the minute, so when we hit 20,000s, yeah, look at that. Looks pretty good, that. When we hit 20k, I'll do a giveaway of some sort. And I have to say, I'll be really honest, I think it's incredible. I never thought I'd get to 20,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd get to 1,000 subscribers, let's just be honest. So I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who are my subscribers for sticking by me all these years. For the fact that you're still watching my nonsense, even though I'm just doing the same stuff I was 5 years ago. Obviously you like it. So I say thank you. Thank you for the music, the song you're singing. And so on and so on. Yeah, 20,000 subscribers. I do have hope that one day, I do have hopes that one day I will get a silver button from YouTube. Now, it's taken me, what, 4 years to get to 20,000. So, yeah, in about 20 years, I should get the silver button. You get a silver, with YouTube, you get a silver button. You get a picture frame with a silver play button, made of real silver, for 100,000 subscribers. And then when you get to 1 million subscribers, you get a gold play button. And I think if you get to 10 million, you get a diamond play button, actually made of real diamond, apparently. So, I never thought I'd get to 10,000, never mind 20,000. And I do live in hope that one day I'll get to the fabled silver button territory. So I shall keep my fingers crossed. I'll have a last quick look at chat. I think we'll call it quits in a minute. I need to go and have my tea. What is chat doing? Let's have a look. Long distance Clara. Evening peeps. Stickers can be so nerve-wracking. This is essentially, yeah. Well, stickers can be. Decals. Water slide decals I love because generally you can move them around. It's just when they explode like that, it's a pain in the bum. When they don't fall apart, I quite like them. I don't know. Does that work? Does that work, folks? Because that's the way they're gone. Oh, we're not missing. I've not finished yet. Wait, I've not finished yet. I've got one more to do. Hello. Before I call it quits. Because I have to do the thing with the hang on. With the cutting and the decals. Yeah, so 20,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd see the day. And I love every single one of you. And I have to tell you as well what made me really happy. I mentioned this the other day, but if you run your own YouTube channel, you'll know we got a notification from YouTube over the last few weeks, over Christmas and New Year. There's a little banner on our channels saying, "Hi, we're going to be getting rid of spam accounts and fake accounts and dead accounts." So you might see your subscriber count drop, but don't panic, it's just us getting rid of rubbish accounts. And mine didn't drop. Or if it did, I didn't notice it, which means I guess 99% of my subscribers are actual real people, so thank you to all of you. Have you made a start on the Millennium Falcon yet, Fox? The anticipation is killing me to know what's in the box of glorious things. Nope, I've got to finish this, which is nearly done. Then I've got to do that little U-boat, and then I've got to do a Master Grade Sazabi, which is going to take me weeks. And then I'm doing the Millennium Falcon. But I might do an unboxing video before then. But I'm doing the little U-boat next, free models, just to give them something to have on their channel. El Mucho Fafo, says Zadster. Muy bueno. Who won the Christmas build, says Spruglu, and Zadster says Chris, but he cheated by having a better kit. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was between me and Ted, but Chris only won because he had the better kit with more bits on it. We had, I don't know if you've seen it. If you've not seen it, I'll show you. For those that you don't know, because some of you haven't watched it, Myself, Chris from Gross Models, and Ted at Skipper Ted, we do the eModels live stream on a Monday night for my sponsors, emodels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for your model making needs. And over Christmas, we did a little sort of live stream build where we had 4 hours to basically build a model. And we all had the same thing. We all had a Meng Toon tank, World War II's Sherman. Ted and I had the bog standard Sherman, M14A or M41A, whatever it is. And Chris had the Firefly. So me and Ted did ours. I stuck a Warhammer dude in mine, because of course I stuck a Warhammer dude in mine. I stuck some Warhammer decals on it. So I did this. Ted did his in green colours, and Chris, did he? I think he did. And Chris did the Firefly, but the Firefly had like logs on the back and loads of bedrolls and sort of, you know, canvas sheets and stuff all over it, and it had a big long gun and it just looked awesome. So they were all calling me cheating because I came to the stream. This had been pre-primed and pre-assembled into like the turret and the bodywork. And Chris and Ted started by opening the box and building the tank. And in 4 hours they finished theirs, and I'd finished painting mine. The thing is, mine's all brush painted. So. And they used airbrushes, so whereas I was like, I'm going to paint it blue now. So I painted the base coat blue on, then I hairdried that, and then I did a coat of a layer colour over that, and then a second layer colour to darken it. Then I did some shading and some weathering. They were like, I'm going to paint it green. Psst, done. So, you know, it took me a long time, so I didn't cheat. That's why I did mine pre-assembled and pre-primed, because I knew it'd take me 4 hours to paint it. So yeah, so we did that anyway. No, Chris is. I think Chris technically won because he had the most votes, and they were both. Ted and Chris both made awesome tanks. So I'm not gonna diss their builds. We all had great fun, and it is quite good fun trying to see how much you can do in 4 hours. It's quite spectacular. Right, this one needs to go on here. Orb. It needs to go on there. This is orb. I have to tell you, when I was doing that tank, when we did one last year, and we did weathering with pastels and stuff, well, I did anyway. This year, I just did my weathering. Is that on camera? I just did the weathering. I literally just dry brushed on some Citadel Steel Legion Drab. And I've got to tell you, what a fantastic colour. And then I did some metallic dry brush over the top. What a fantastic colour to dry brush on for dust and dirt effects. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, if you want a nice quick way of doing some weathering, some like dust and dirt without using powders, because last time we did it last year, I did powders and stuff and it took forever. Just dry brush some Steel Legion Drab. It looks great. Right, so this is going to go on here. Now this again is an uneven surface. There's some raised panel line detail here and paneling. So what I need to do is handle this carefully so I don't take those decals off that I put on earlier on. Move that along a bit. What I need to do is get that straight, get it squidged. Yeah, there are some raised details here, like raised panels. So what I need to do is get this to conform to that shape. And that's where your microset and microsol come in. These things are all flat, on flat surfaces. So they're fine. You don't need to do microset and microsol. That's not even straight, is it? Oh, let's try that again, shall we? That's better. Orb. It's also difficult to get things lined up properly on an uneven surface. So you don't need to use microset and microsol on flat decals on flat surfaces, but when you've got something like this, you absolutely do. It's gone unstraight again. How frustrating. Right. You get wet. You go up there and stay there, Gimpatron. I'll anchor the top edge first. Let me get this on camera. I'll anchor the top edge first so it can't drop down. Then I'll do the rest. There we go, that's better. Orb. So now, to get that to fit to the steps, this is where you do want to use your microset and microsol. So as normal, I'll go over with the microset first, just to get it all to bed. and suck down. And then when it comes to doing the layers of micro sol later on, as I say, on the wings I've done about, I think I've done 2 coats so far, and I'll probably do another 3 or 4 coats over the wing decals. On this, same for the stripes here, but for that I'll probably do like 9 or 10 coats of micro sol just to get it all to bed down. So that looks pretty good. Quite pleased with that. Awesome sauce. Right, I think that's going to do us. Let's have a quick last look at chat. 1 billion subs, who cares? Keep your button. Yeah. Started posting work in progress pics on Instagram and made a point to mention you in the knowledge gained from watching your channel. I hope to send some viewers your way. Thank you very much, dude. Most kind. You'll probably stop that Millennium Falcon by June, laughing my arse off, says Swan. Before then. I mean, my hope is that this thing I'll probably have finished by the end of the week. I've just got to paint. Once I've got all the decals on this backpack, I just need to build the stand. And that's it. Paint the stand and it's done. The U-boat should take me maybe a week. It's like that big. It's like this big. A week, maybe a little bit more, because I've got to film it. And then the Sazabi, I'm hoping, because it's going to be a brush paint job, very minimal airbrush, it's going to be a fixed pose, I might be able to get that done quite quick. So I'm hoping, maybe in a month, 2 months at the most, I should hopefully be able to start on the Falcon. But at the moment, I've got to, the Sazabi is a Patreon build, so I have to do it. It comes first before everything else, so he'll finish it next June. The Millennium will be built in episodes, all 6 of them. Yes, I will guarantee, some of you might not know this joke, but I will guarantee the Millennium Falcon, the final episode, will be number 6. I'll guarantee you that. Right, but I think that's going to do us. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Only a real quick impromptu stream. So thank you for all of you who came out and watched. I've got 32 people watching apparently right now. That's brilliant, because that's just as good as a Sunday stream. So thank you very much for watching while I waffled on incessantly and stuck some decals on. We'll still be doing the Sunday live stream as normal, the Warhammer Sunday, so stay tuned for that. I am working on the next issue of the Warhammer Conquest build. I've got some dudes. They are blue, but that's going to be a little while off yet. I've done all the building. I've just got to do the painting bits now. So that'll be a little while off yet anyway. I'll try and get up a little final video with this, just to show it on a spinny thing, so I can say, here you are, it's finished. I didn't film the rest, but there you go. Jordan, I will get in touch as soon as this is done, because I'll need to let you know it's been shipped and get your address and stuff. And then stay tuned for the submarine build, which will be an E-Models build. So it'll be up on their channel and then it'll go on mine a week later. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you on Sunday, if I don't see you before then. But do take care. Make sure to go and join the Model Makers Boom Hut, facebook.com/groups/Model Boom Hut. It's the best place to hang out and talk about models, show off your stuff, get loads of advice, all full of cool people. And don't forget, if you'd like to support this channel, I would love it if you did. Just go to patreon.com/Model Making Guru. You can help support this channel and keep it going. I depend on my patrons to keep me going. This is my job, my daytime job. So I love my patrons to bits. They keep the lights on. So until next time, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll go and cue up the music, because I always forget to do that because I'm an idiot. I'll cue up the music. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Go make something awesome. Go be awesome. You there, go be awesome. And I'll say, adios amoebas. Bye.